6.5 years.
Mhm.
He's opened my eyes to more in my world. I
Mhm.
never thought I'd ever be playing D&D or even Magic the Gathering or painting minis and doing any of those kind of nerdy things. But man, I freaking love it.
You play what color do you play in Magic?
I play whatever deck Reed makes me because I'm not
Hmm.
able to build my own. My
That's
favorite
fair.
one though is a white, green, and blue deck. It is
Oh.
Arcades, the strategist, and it
Mhm.
is basically my pillow fort. It is a deck of walls.
Yeah, that sounds pretty
So
impenetrable.
it some people don't like playing against it, but I freaking love it. And then he's got a
Wonderful.
couple other decks that he built that I play that are just all different colors. But I'm not a red, I'm not a black. That's definitely for sure.
I don't understand black magic, and I've been playing the game for like 20, 30 years. Okay, we are being told that we can all be heard now.
We are
Yeah.
back.
Wonderful.
Turns out that it works
So,
better if you turn on the stream that has the audio from Discord.
oh, okay, yeah,
So,
there
audience
we go.
members, you guys have to tell us, what did you think we were saying when you were reading our lips?
Yeah, this is wonderful. This is absolutely fantastic.
This
Um,
is going smoothly. This is going
we
exactly
got
as
this on
smoothly
lock.
as I am used to. But you know,
We got this on lock.
we're rocking it now. So
Yeah.
anyway, Fate Core. Fate is a system that rolls d6 dice that have special faces, and that's what randomizes your rolls. It is very similar to D&D in the sense that there's a lot of things that involve skills,
Mm-hmm.
and you make these skill checks using the dice rolls, adding your bonuses and subtracting them as they go. But one of the big things that comes along with Fate is that our heroes get Fate points. And Fate's points allow us to do things sort of above and beyond what you might be able to otherwise. That can involve changing the landscape in some ways by creating advantages for yourself by tipping over bookcases or throwing acid on enemies, or it could be
I love
something
this option.
mundane
Sorry,
like
I'm
just
just.
adding
Mhm.
rolls to yourself. So,
That sounds wild. I've never done that before.
now that we have sort of given a basic introduction, and neither Tammy nor Ben have had too much exposure to this system, so we'll get to watch them learn as I teach them and as I teach the rest of you.
All right, I think as we're going in, Tammy and I might need to introduce our characters a little bit more in their first scenes since our introductions were cut off. Um,
Yeah,
I don't want to take up time with that.
yeah.
But
Let's just jump into it, and I'll give you a chance to introduce yourselves as we go live.
I'm awesome is my character.
Okay. Awesome Jones. It's a good name too.
I would change my character right now if it wouldn't drive you crazy because that is such a winning concept for a name. I love Awesome Jones. Is the music playing on the Roll20?
It is.
I don't.
Or it
Okay, I
should
didn't
be.
hear it at all.
It's very faint, but it is picking
Okay.
up for me.
All
It's
right.
just sort of an ambient.
Okay, I don't hear it, but I don't know what's going on. Don't worry about it. All
Okay.
right.
So
I am ready.
let's go ahead and change this over to something like this.
Oh, there we go.
Getting that
That
one
I hear. That's perfect.
now?
That's
Alright.
ideal. That's a
Oh,
vibe.
yeah. So it's late November 1949. The night is dark over the Big Apple. Snow's coming down, like it's trying to put a blanket over the city. The city below, not everybody's sleeping. It is the city that never sleeps, after all. In an office, in a fairly quiet little back road, Esther Elizabeth Higginbottom is just closing up for the night. You pack away a newspaper. The newspaper headline screams out, "Another doctor missing." This wouldn't concern you normally, but a good friend of yours, someone that you've come to know and rely on, Annabelle Winters, has also been missing now for over a week. As you're just getting yourself ready for the night, you hear
Yes? Who is it?
it's Archie Jones, ma'am. Private Archie Jones?
Oh, yes, yes. Okay, give me one moment. Straighten all the papers, kind of put them in a nice little neat pile, fix the pen, take something, put it on top of the top to just kind of hide the headline, and I'll shuffle my way over to the door and unlock it, unlock it, unlock it, and open the door. Just a peek.
On the other side of the door, you see sort of a, clean cut sort of military officer. And you do recognize Private Archie Jones. He's somebody who has, in the past, helped out whenever Annabelle Winters needs to know something about something. He has access to some military secrets, and, he's been willing to share on occasion. He takes off his little hat and nods to you. Hi, ma'am. Could I come in?
I'll just kind of look past him down the hallway, and I'll open the door,
Okay.
and then
Make a notice check.
ooh,
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
yep, notice check.
And I'll say it's a challenge 2.
Where's the notice?
Sorry, I might be going with D&D terms again. Oh no, notice is there. So if you don't have anything called notice in your skills, it's just a flat roll. So you just roll /R for DF.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie. For DF and no plus anything?
No plus anything.
Slash roll for DF. Ah,
Not in Twitch.
I'm not. Oh.
You did type in Twitch.
Ah!
Twitch, now using the pull function, you can decide what Tammy rolls.
Wonder it wasn't working. Oh my goodness, this is off to a great start. So
We got
I
this.
got a 1.
Okay.
2
So-
pluses, a 0, and a minus.
The hallway is dark. You don't notice anything really that seems to be relevant. It seems to be just him hanging
Okay.
out.
All right, I will go ahead and close the door behind him and do up the 3 locks that are on the door. And I will kind of go back and turn towards him and give him my attention.
I brought this for you, ma'am. And he holds out a small dossier.
I will definitely take it.
Miss Winters was looking for that.
And how long ago did she ask you for it?
Well, we got the we got the fax about 3 days ago.
Okay. So clearly she had put in the request before she just disappeared. Okay.
Is
I'll,
everything okay?
Actually, I don't know. I've never been out of contact with her for this long before. I'm actually starting to get a little worried. And last I know, she just said she had something she was looking into and didn't give me really a lot of details. And that's not usually like her. I'm here to kind of, do that research for her. And I don't know what to do. I'm not. I don't know what she would do right now.
Well, it seems she has some confidence in you because she did say to deliver this to your attention and that you'd know what to do with it.
Yes, of course. I'll know what to do with it as soon as I have a chance to take a look at this. Um, Thank you for bringing this to me. Was I supposed to give you anything else?
No, uh, although maybe if you're free sometime this week, we can go out and get some coffee.
Yeah, that would certainly be nice. Yeah, I should have some time free at some point here. I really need to get this sorted out. But I will definitely let you know because I would love to have a coffee with you or a drink or something.
Oh,
As
okay.
I'm starting to open the dossier and already start trying to kind of look at it.
Okay. The
Yeah.
dossier that he has, there is what looks like a simple typed fax saying to look up one Dr. John Nguyen. And then behind that, you've got a couple of pictures of a street address, like a street facing of a building, as well as an address.
Okay. Okay, Archie, thank you. I got to get started on this here because the day's kind of gotten away from me. I really appreciate this, and you keep your nose clean and keep watching because you never know when you're going to be followed, and we can't have anything happen to you. You are certainly a precious resource to Annabelle and I, and just be careful. Always be careful, okay?
Yeah, sure, man. Um, I'll hit you up about that coffee later.
Absolutely. Yes, please.
And he puts
And
his
I'll
hat
make
on
my
and starts to let himself out.
okay. Yeah, you just have to kind of jiggle that third lock there. It kind of sticks sometimes. Here, I'll come get it.
Okay, so you are there alone, and you've been given this dossier with the information.
Okay. I will definitely make sure to lock the door again. I'll just kind of peek around him as he's stepping away from the door just to make sure I don't see anybody else, and then I'll lock the door, close the door, lock it again. And if it's one of those doors that has a shade, I'm definitely going to pull the shade down
Okay,
because I'm sure it's frosted glass, but still pull down the shade because I just can't take any chances.
okay,
And I'm going to make my way back to the desk with the dossier.
all right. So in the dossier, like I said, it's a very simple document. There doesn't seem to be too much else
Mhm.
other than that. Just basically an address, some photographs of the location, and the initial fax that seems to have come from Annabelle.
Okay. And what does the fax say specifically?
Please look up Dr. John Nguyen. Should be somewhere downtown.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and so although we're in the 1940s-ish and we've received a fax, I assume I'm going to be sitting down at my computer and kind of start looking up this address and what I can gather on this Dr. John Wynn.
Well, you don't have a computer.
Okay.
Faxes go back all the way to 1899, so they're
They
way
do?
older than you think they are.
Oh boy.
No.
Yeah.
The more you know. Okay,
This
we're
is
learning stuff tonight.
hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and take a look through any files that I may already have in the office, just to see if there's already something we happen to have here. Otherwise, I'm going to start going through my own little notebooks and my information that I've kind of kept track of stuff as I've been helping Annabelle with her adventures and her work,
Okay.
just to see if I can find any additional information on him,
Okay.
and then dig out a big map of the city and try to find this address.
Are you going to refer to your encyclopedia?
Absolutely, I am. My
Okay.
encyclopedia of everything.
So go ahead and mark down some will stress.
All right. Uh, would that be 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Reed, I think the music stopped, by the way.
Oh, why is the music not playing? Oh, right.
Noir, mood, now, jazz.
Okay. So as you consult the encyclopedia, I'm also going to get you to use your occult. Make an occult check with that.
Okay.
And so that will give you +2 on top of whatever you rolled for your occult.
Okay. My occult was a 3, so apparently that is a +2. The +0 minus +2.
No, you clicked on the. Oh, okay, I see it. Okay. So the occult. So you got +2, so it's +2 on top of that.
Okay, so then I got a 5.
Yeah.
For my occult
Yeah.
check.
And so your challenge for that was going to be 3. So you have succeeded. You pull out, just sort of pop it out from nowhere, this great big manual, this arcane manual full of information. And it sort of has characters that drift in and out until finally seeming to settle on the page. And you find out about your dear Dr. John Nguyen. He is a Vietnamese immigrant, and he has a practice in New York City. He's a doctor. He does general practice, but he's also a well-known researcher with particular interest in brain-machine interfaces.
Mm-mm.
And it does also come up with the information for your address, which is exactly the address that you have been given.
Okay. All right. So brain machine interface as a known researcher. Okie dokie. So I'm going to go ahead and then just in my other little notepad where I'm adding my new information, I'm going to quickly jot down these little bullet points. And I'm going to go ahead and take a look. I'm going to add the photographs into my encyclopedia, into my new section that I've just added my notes. I'm going to fold up the little facts from Annabelle. I'm going to put it in there too, because I don't quite want to get rid of it just yet. But I need to go ahead and pay a visit to the good doctor, it seems. I'm going to go ahead and get my little messenger bag, put my book, my encyclopedia, my notepads, a couple extra pens and pencils. Make sure I've got everything, my glasses. Okay, I'm good. I'm going to go ahead and switch my shoes to my nice, comfortable go outdoors loafers. They're a little bit warmer, with the snow. And I'm going to take one last look around the office. And I'm going to get ready to head on out.
All right. So it doesn't take long. You're actually able to hail a cab fairly easily. And it doesn't take long for you to end up at the address specified on the location. Now, Dr. Nguyen's office is a walk down, so it's actually in the basement. There's a staircase down to the actual doorway.
I just clicked on his last name. Okay. You're so cute. I'll go ahead and make sure that the stairs look nice and clear of snow. And I'm going to kind of surreptitiously just make sure I don't see anybody else around me, and I'm going to head on down.
Okay. I'll get you to do another notice for me.
Oh, I was right on the roll 20.
I'm loving the music.
Kevin McLeod, man.
He's amazing.
And that is a 0, so 2 minuses, 2 pluses.
Okay. I think you're just too distracted. It doesn't take much. You go and you try the handle, and the door just sort of opens right up. And there is where I'm going to cut. And we'll go see to Harriet.
Wonderful. I'm ready.
All right. Harriet, you have been sort of taking your own initiative. Doctors have been going missing. Abductions out of nowhere. Word has hit your ears that there's one that has gone missing recently. One Dr. John Nguyen. Now, you've
Excellent.
used your resources and you've managed to find your way there. And you're just in the lobby as the door creaks open behind you.
I would like to ready my pistol and aim it at the person coming through the door just in case.
Okay.
Oh, the music turn is bizarre.
Here we go.
So, you get to the doctor's office.
Oh, this is good. This music's good.
And you see the door open. Harriet, are you being stealthy as you're going through this location?
I'm not being so much stealthy as I'm just keeping a keen sense of what's going on around me and my hand on my pistol, just to notice anything that's going on.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm just looking through notes and stuff in the office, right?
Yeah, you've basically gotten into the office, or right into sort of the main reception area at this point.
Alright.
And you should see on Roll20 now that there is a map up available for you.
I do see it. And that's Esther, correct?
That is Esther.
Or
yes.
Alright. I just immediately pull out my pistol, I turn it and aim it at her. And I just look at her and go, "Oh, Esther, right? Where's your boss? What are you doing here?"
Harriet, put that thing down. Put that thing down. I'm here to take a look and investigate on Dr. Nguyen as well. For Annabelle, apparently, she had put in a request that I do this.
She's just delegating her work to you now?
Well, I mean, I'm usually the one who does like all the researching and all the intel gathering and everything. You know what I do.
Yeah. So you're doing more intel research gathering. That's good. So what part of your own walk led you this way? What are you looking for in particular?
Well, what are you doing here? DM, what time of the day is it approximately?
This would be just slightly after sun has gone down, so 7, 8 o'clock at night.
Okay. All right. And what is it that you are doing in here? Normally this office would be closed.
I'm doing research. There's been a number of of missing persons cases, and I'm trying to get ahead of it.
Yeah, missing doctors, exactly.
Yes. So someone has to solve it. My connections, coworkers haven't been so rewarding lately, so I've just decided that it's time that this gets investigated. Um, I was in here finding something, and it seems that I wasn't the only one. You're uh, all ready for the adventures in the big leagues, are you? You sure seemed sure of yourself a second ago, and I sort of motioned to my gun.
I I just don't like those things, especially when they're pointed at me, and you have no reason to point that thing at me. So please put that away, or at least aim it away from me. Yes, I'm here to do research. Annabelle apparently sent me this fax and had it organized to be delivered to me before I don't know where she is actually, if she disappeared, if it's foul play, if she's just gone ahead and decided it was time for a vacation and she didn't decide to let her assistant know at all. But this has come in and I am following up on this.
So
Because as you say, work has to get done.
Yeah.
As she says this, this is kind of striking a chord with you. Because you haven't heard anything from Lance either.
Yeah. I'm gonna look her up and down. And I'm gonna say, so you haven't heard from your boss in a while. Honey, I haven't heard from my coworker Lance. I hadn't spoken to him in a while. I assumed that he was not speaking to me because of our last investigation and his frustration over that. But if your friend is missing too, there might be something to this. Something might not be right.
Complete radio silence, and this is not like her usually. I mean, I usually know what she's working on, and she tied up the last couple investigations, what she was working on there before, and everything seemed to be good. I thought it was literally a normal weekend, and I come into work on the Monday, and she was nowhere to be seen. No message left for me, nothing until tonight.
Okay, so you don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on.
No.
Okay. So, what were you trying to start doing here?
The only contact I had of her was a message that was delivered by our friend Archie Jones, Private Archie Jones. I'm sure you've known him, dealt with him. It was a fax from Annabelle telling me to look him up. Should be downtown, his office. A couple pictures, his address, and a picture of this building. And I have no other information, so I was coming here to investigate to see what else could possibly be going on, if it is related to all those missing doctors on the news.
All right, well, don't let me stop you then. But I'm gonna investigate. I'm gonna look at things over here. You see anything, you let me know.
All right, well, you too.
Don't get yourself killed. You're not ready for whatever it is Annabelle has you doing, so just let me know if anything happens at all.
Seriously, I have not just started working for Annabelle. We've been going at this together for a very long time.
I pulled my gun on her.
I know what I'm doing. Would you fucking put that down?
Okay, good. You're calm under pressure. I put the gun away.
Now, stop distracting me. What are you looking for specifically?
Reed, what am I looking for specifically?
At the moment, you're just looking for any kind of evidence to see if you can find where this fellow has gone.
Yeah, Lance?
Lance or this doctor.
Nguyen, yeah. I'm just looking for some information on some missing names. It's Dr. Nguyen, Lance, and trying to see what I can find, any reports, any documents, so anything with their names on them, I guess. Or any
Okay.
John Does.
And I'm going to walk through into one of the doors off of this reception area, basically looking for like the exam room or his office that I want to go start rifling through first.
Okay. So which one? There are two doors that come off of this. There's one to the north, and then there's one to the west.
I'm going to go to the one to the west, the one that's closest to me.
Okay. So go through and trying to get this to get selected. There we go. All right, you should be able to pick up and move your character.
As my little loafers squish on the tile floor. It'll just take a sec. They'll be dry, and then I won't be making that noise. Don't mind me. I'll just come take a look in here as I walk into the door into what looks to be the office.
It
Jesus Christ.
definitely is an office. It's full. There are bookshelves full of medical literature, books, several volumes of medical encyclopedias, reference documents, and the like. There's a desk that's sort of front and center, and in sort of the back of the office, there is an anatomical skeleton that's suspended there. Just sort of standing there, sort of like that.
I will go ahead and as I'm looking at all the books in the bookshelf immediately to my left here, I'll just be kind of not actively salivating, but it's like, oh my goodness, all these beautiful books. I just want to read them. Okay, but I can't do that now. I'm on track here. I'm going to go ahead and I assume immediately to my right along that wall is another bookshelf with another bunch of books.
Yeah, so you've got to the north, just north of you,
Yeah.
there's books.
Okay.
And then to the south, there's a wall full of books.
Okay. So I'll have walked in with the ones along the south there looking at those books, and then I'll kind of just take a few steps towards those other bookcases to the north and just kind of very quickly just scan it. They're all like basically textbooks and encyclopedias and journals and medical things like that. And then I'll make my way over to Mr. Skeleton. I'll just kind of stop and look at him. I'll have taken out my little steno pad and a pencil, and I'll just be kind of looking at him.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Boney, where is Dr. Nguyen? I'll just be looking at him for a few seconds, just kind of observing him.
Make a rapport check.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Rapport with a skeleton, huh? Shoot, where's my sheet? Where is rapport? That is a 4.
4. You walk up to it, and you sort of look at it, and you start talking to the skeleton. And after about a second, the skeleton... Alright, Boney. Where's Dr. Nguyen?
Oh. I'll get a little closer to the skull and try to see if I can find anything like mechanical through his like nose opening, through the jaws underneath, just to see, because it's like, right, brain machine interface. I'm just trying to see if I can find any sort of wire, machinery, anything like that.
You do find in the mouth, and it looks like in the skull, there's a sort of a dictaphone system. So he's, for whatever reason, rigged up the skeleton to be able to speak into it, and it can tell him his notes back.
Oh my God.
That an automatic transcriber. That is brilliant. Dr. Nguyen is brilliant. Don't you think, Boney?
Dr. Nguyen is brilliant, don't you think, Boney?
You're kind of cute. Let me
You're
just
kind of
see here.
cute.
Okay, I could stop that now. I'm gonna try to open the jaws just gently to see if I might be able to take it out or if there's a type of playback button that I can hit to listen to a previous recording without wanting to damage it.
Okay. You do see that there's a speaker in the jaw, and it seems to go up into the brain case. There's wires that go up into the brain case.
Is it one of the skeletons that the top of the skull can be
Yes.
removed?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will go ahead and kind of get up on my tippy toes as much as I can and see if I can lift the skull cap and see what's in there.
Uh, Basically, it's nothing too much more complicated than a fairly small um, tape recorder with an audio sensor.
But it's not like an actual tape recorder with the play, rewind, fast forward, or anything like that, or that I can take a cassette out.
It does have a mini cassette in it, but there doesn't seem to be any replay options directly here.
Okay. Then if I can go ahead and retrieve the cassette,
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it in my little messenger bag, and then I'm gonna replace the skull cap and give him a little tap tap on the jaw. Thank you, buddy. And then I'm gonna go and actually sit at the desk. I'm gonna start looking through that there.
Hi, Fatima.
Hello.
All
Hello,
right.
Fatima. I was like, wait, there's a character named Fatima in the stream? I was like, I'm subscribing.
I'm like,
I was
this
like, what?
skeleton is saying hi, Fatima.
I, for a split second, yeah.
That's what I thought too.
All right, Harriet. So you've just seen Esther go off into the next room.
I don't know who the hell she's talking to.
Something.
Yeah. Right, she talks to herself. That's... At least she's not somebody that finds her interesting. Let's see. I just start looking at notes at random. I don't typically have an eye for detail. I'm gonna grab documents that look about right. Could I make a lady luck check?
All right, go ahead and do that. Yeah, behind the desk, there are the medical folders for the patient records.
Yeah, I'm just gonna grab the. If this is my logic is if this is a recent thing, the notes might be left out somewhere, and I'm just gonna grab something and hope that works.
All right.
It says I got D4. I got ++00 +3, so it's a total of 3.
No, it's a total of 5.
How does that work now?
So you rolled ++ and 00, so that's a total of 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have +3 because you have Lady Luck skill.
Okay, 5. So yeah, I'm just like literally just grabbing and hoping and going, all right, what's this? And honestly, I'm just completely true to how my character and what I'm doing here. If I didn't find something, I was going to give up and try somewhere else.
Okay. You do sort of go through. You're pulling out information. You do actually find that it looks like Dr. Aldrich, or that it looks like Aldrich was a patient here. And you find his chart.
There we go. Detective work isn't that hard. Lance is so up his own ass. And I go, all right, so Lance Aldrich was a patient. All right. Let's see. And I sort of look around. Is there anything else that I could see here?
Right
that
now,
might be relevant?
Yeah, go ahead and make a investigation check.
Okay. 1.
There really isn't a ton. It seems like a pretty barren room. It's as sterile as, medical reception areas tend to be.
Alright, so
there
I look
are
at it and go,
patient
this is...
charts and that sort of stuff, but...
Yeah, this looks like it's full of notes. Damn it, Esther. And I just, I'm gonna go in the other room and be like, Esther, you need to look at something. There's stuff here that I don't really have time to look into.
Yeah, I'm looking at my stuff too.
What are you doing with that thing? With that
That skeleton actually was talking. Yeah, Dr. Nguyen was, I don't know what he was doing, but he managed to, like, obviously he's into like the brain machine interface, as you obviously know. And he managed to like rig the skeleton, I called him Mr. Boney, to actually mimic. There's a tape recorder in there, so I just grabbed the tape. But I'm sure if you go talk to it, it'll still act and it will repeat to you what you say to it. It's really cool.
All right, so we can find that information that way. I'm sorry, why Mr. Boney?
I mean, he's a skeleton.
Listen, Miss Humany, there's some things in the other room that I need some. I found some notes that might be relevant, and I wanted to know if you wanted to look through them.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just taking a look here on his desk, make sure that there's nothing I'm missing here. So just give me another couple of minutes, and I'll be right over to take a look at you, or with you.
Okay. Good luck, you two. I hope it works out. I'm gonna go back in the other room and look around. Is there anything that I can find around? Like, what is there that I can be looking into in this room?
Well, basically there's patient documentation. Apart from
Mm-hmm.
that, there's also a door to the north.
Okay. I'm gonna look through and I'm gonna be like, patient information. Okay, so, um, can I look through maybe for? Let me see. What did Esther just say? She mentioned the patients in the experiments. Do I have the names of the doctors that are missing? Do I know them all?
You would have probably the noteworthy ones.
Can I check at a glance if a couple of the names are in here?
I
I
mean,
know I found one a second ago.
yeah, it is organized, so it's,
Mm-hmm.
knowing what they are, it's pretty straightforward to find, to
Mm-hmm.
look up names.
Okay.
However, it doesn't seem like any of the other doctors are named here.
I'm gonna sort of like my right, like my left hand. I'm looking through this. My right hand, I'm just gonna be like tracing like the hammer of my tracing the barrel of my pistol, just like really wishing there was a way that the pistol would solve this. And then I'm just gonna sort of sigh and go into the other room.
Okay. To the north?
Mm-hmm.
To the north. Alright.
Esther, I'm gonna. Never mind. I'm just gonna go to the next room.
Okay, make a notice check.
So it's average. If what if I don't have it?
Then it's just the D4. Or, sorry, 4DF.
/R 40F in Roll20, not Twitch chat.
And I'll say this
Doesn't
is
work.
a challenge of 2.
I got a 3.
3.
Hey.
As you're sort of moving towards the back of the room, you do sort of... There's always been a grinding noise, and when you first came in, it kind of... You put it down to nearby construction or something like that, but it does seem to be getting notably louder.
I grab my pistol. I hold it up like to my side, just and ready. I'm gonna walk closer. Is the door closed, or where the sound's coming from?
There's doors all the way around. The first 3 are labeled as exam rooms, and then the one at the very back is labeled broom closet.
I'm gonna go open the closest exam room. I'm gonna mutter to myself, "Hey Esther, do you want to come in here and help me?" Oh, you can't hear me because you're busy. That's okay. And I'm gonna go through the first exam room.
Okay. So first exam room is the one that's closest to you here. And is it safe to assume that you're going to go through all of them? Because I can just open
Yeah.
doors here at the same time. And nope. This does not want to let me do this. There. That'll work.
So these are just basic exam rooms?
Just basic exam rooms. There's a diagnostic table. There's a little slot for holding patient information. Currently, those are all empty. There doesn't seem to be anything there. Although, as you go into the second and the third, there's also a slight rumbling on the ground.
I'm gonna look around. I want to examine the medical bed.
Okay.
Couch thing. I want to examine it. If I don't see anything, I want to kick it.
Okay. Make an investigation.
That is a -1.
-1. You don't really notice anything. I mean, it feels like the ground is rumbling. Maybe there's construction in a subway tunnel or something? Utilities access?
I kick the table. I kick the bed, and I go, "Come on! People are trying to look into things here. We don't have time for whatever this is. Keep it down."
You kick the bed, and it's metal. It makes a loud clank. That
shut up.
You hear.
Try to keep it down.
That's what I.
Almost done.
Good. I hope you two are getting on all right. Miss Secretary, Mr. Boney. I'd read that. I'm gonna go in I'm gonna go and open the broom closet, but I'm gonna like throw open the door just roughly, just like ugh.
Okay. You slam open the door, and there's a broom standing in one corner.
I'm gonna put my hand on my pistol.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look around the room and be like, if there's anybody in here, just look out. And I look at the broom. That includes you.
The broom looks back. Broomily.
No. No, I'm not letting the broom get to me. I've got the handle on the situation. I'm gonna go ahead and do a sweep of the room.
Okay. Make an investigation.
Gosh, where did you find this music? It is both awful and awesome.
0.
0. It's a broom. It's a closet. There's cleaner. But,
Soap. Take the soap.
you know, there's an autoclave in the corner. Generally, it's just what you would expect from the kind of broom closet in a medical office.
I look at everything, look at the broom, and I say, careful. And I'm just gonna walk out.
Okay.
I'm going to try and rejoin Esther. Is that okay?
All right. Yep. So, Esther, since you are going to his desk, I'll get you to make an investigation check.
Wrong screen. That is a 3. And then because that's one of my great things, I add 4 to that. Is that right?
It's already adding 4.
Oh.
If you mouse over
Oh,
the
it
number,
does.
you can see.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a 3.
Okay. As you're sort of going through the desk, you do notice that the paper on top has been used for taking notes. Thinking back to something that Annabelle has done in the past, you take a piece of paper and you take a rubbing of it. And you do see a phone number that comes up.
Okay, I will have had my steno pad beside me on the desk. I will go ahead and jot down that telephone number with my pencil.
Klondike 5069.
Find anything?
Well, looks like there's a phone number here or some sort of number. Klondike 5069. Does that mean anything to you?
Does that mean anything to me?
No. It's just a number.
No, it's just a number.
And it's just like K for Klondike, not the word Klondike?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Used to be
so
that it was common for phone numbers to be given as 2 letters and then the numbers, which is why you have letters on your dial. And they would relay them by the 2 letters starting a word. So OL would be olive and KL Klondike.
So then is it KL 5069?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. KL 5069. Okay.
I say this whole place is. I don't know how they could get anything done in here anyway. There's all that construction going on underground.
Am I feeling that vibration as well over here?
No, you hear the grinding noise, but the vibration is not as strong here.
I'm not noticing it at all. It seems like a normal office here. As I'm taking a look at the rest of the papers that are on the desk, see if there's anything shoved under something else. I'm going to check the drawers. I'm going to take a look in the garbage can, all while I'm still talking with Harriet. But like, I'm not stopping what I'm doing.
No, I'm telling you, in the other room, everything is just all shaking and rumbling. It's not even on. It's like the subway never stops down there.
Well, to me, it sounded like you were just trying to rearrange the furniture as.
That was unrelated. That was unrelated.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I just want to make sure that I get everything here, and then we can certainly take a look at that, because that's bizarre. Like, it's late in the evening. There shouldn't be any construction anymore.
Oh yeah.
So we should probably check that together here. Let me just finish up. I'm almost done taking a look, passing my fingers underneath the desk service, inside the drawers, if there isn't any that's locked, just to see if there's anything little hidden on top, like under the edge of the. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yep.
Can I help?
Anything hidden.
You feel
Can I
up
help?
the desk.
Mm-hmm.
There is a switch.
Oh sweet! What games does it have?
No games. It's the most terrible switch ever.
Am I able to flick it on or off or turn it, however?
Yeah.
Am I able to action?
You click the switch. You hear sort of a thunk, and the door in the back swings open.
That other office or that other door in the north of
Yeah, the door to
office?
the north.
There's been another door this whole time. I found a broom.
Yeah, I've met some sketchy brooms in my day. I don't trust any of them. But that's bizarre. Like, I didn't check that door a moment ago. I was too busy with Mr. Boney here, but why would you have a door that you can't open? Can you go check, Harriet, just to see? Like, close the door back again and see if Harriet can maybe open it without my springing the lock.
Okay.
Okay.
You gotta admit, it's kind of bizarre. Why would you have a door that wouldn't open?
Private
Unless
time
you
with
know-
Mr. Boney, and I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna try and close the door and try it out like she's saying.
Okay. So you close the door, and it sticks a little when you're closing it up, but when you pull it tight, you feel it latch.
Oh. So so it's closed?
Yeah. You close it, and It's closed again, and seems to be locked.
Esther, you locked me in here.
Oh, what?
Oh, sorry, you're on the inside?
Oh, I thought that's what you're saying. Sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were putting me on the inside. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I thought she was just saying try closing it and see if you can open it again.
Oh,
But
I
if
thought she
you're on
wanted me
the
to-
inside, you can open it without any problems.
Okay. So on this side is closed. I'm sorry about that. I misunderstood. I thought I got locked inside. Okay, no, I lock it. I go and I turn to Esther and sort of look for a cue as to what to do next because I finished my science experiment. Harriet
Okay.
hasn't really done a lot of the things that aren't like the kick-ass action woman things.
Okay, and you're turning the handle and you can't. It's locked.
It's locked. I have my lockpick set, but I don't know if you want me to use it just yet.
Well, no. I mean, I've got the unlock mechanism here. Before I unlock that door again, have I found anything else in the desk noteworthy that I'd want to grab or?
There doesn't seem to be anything that you understand well enough. Like, there's a lot of sort of formulas, electronic diagrams, that sort of stuff.
Mhm.
But nothing that you really understand what it is trying to say.
Okay. And would I have found like another tape recorder or like to play back or any of the other cassettes that he would have dictated his notes to?
Nothing here.
Okay. Then in that case, if I've gotten everything that I can get, oh, that's neat. Looks like there's a spare skull on the desk. Just noticed. So I'm gonna go ahead and spring that lock again, and I'll get up with Harriet
Okay.
towards that door. But I'm not gonna go in because I don't trust that someone's not gonna shut the door on us. So I'm gonna stay at the door on this side in case something.
It's fine if you want to come in. I'm an expert lockpicker. One of my few skills.
I'm a little hesitant, but I'll just kind of grab my messenger bag and kind of hug it towards me and like just kind of walk into that other room that we've discovered.
There she is. Action girl.
Push my glasses off of my face and kind of snicker a little bit.
All right. Walking into the laboratory area.
Mm-hmm.
The lower part of it, if you want to move yourself into the area, you'll have a better look at it. But the lower part, there's a couple of tables that are laid out with some wiring and some audio equipment. One of them has several beakers and vials of various concoctions.
Hello, Tammy's mom.
And then in the back of the room, there is a large mechanical body just standing inert against the back wall.
Tammy's mom, just for some context, we are doing Fate, a one-shot which will last 1 or 2 sessions, led by Reed. It is a different rule system, and we are doing a noir detective mystery. Yeah, we're in a doctor's office, and I think that catches you up. I see the large. When you say large mechanical body, you mean like a humanoid body?
A humanoid body, yes, like a big robot. And once again, the sound is quite a bit louder here.
I point.
Ooh.
I take my gun as usual, and I sort of gesture to Mr. Boney and Esther, and I say, "A friend of yours? A friend of you two?"
He looks like he's got more on his bones than Mr. Boney. He looks different. Does he look like one of the drawings that I saw on the desk, on the doctor's desk?
You're, go ahead and make a lore check. I'm going to put the difficulty actually, I would say this is a high-tech check.
Oh, okay. So my high-tech, that is a 0.
0. Yeah, it's, it was a bunch of engineering drawings with electronic circuit diagrams. You wouldn't have been able to tell if it was a toaster or an advanced mechanism here.
That is fair. That is fair. Okay. Am I able to tell where that sound is coming from? Like, is there like that like that thing in the corner there? Not the robot, but the other looks like a machine, a contraption. Is that something that's going, that's working?
Everything here has power, and it seems to be in some sort of idle state. The vibrations and the sort of rumbling seem to be most coming from this corner here.
Okay. And what would this be here in the bottom left corner, like in this?
That's a small
corner?
staircase up.
Oh, it's a staircase
up to
going
an
up.
upper
Okay.
level mezzanine.
I'll just take a look on that paper on that second table there on the far left, just to see if I can figure out what that is, or is it just more technical formula schematics that I don't know what it is?
It looks like a shopping list, if anything.
Oh.
It's got ingredients, like chemical ingredients, so things like formaldehyde, potassium chloride, mercury, and just sort of a wish list or a shopping list for some kind of provisioning.
Well, I'll glance at it, kind of like with a, bizarre. But I'll be folding it up and putting it in my messenger bag as I'm going to kind of go towards the stairs, and I'll say, Harriet, looks like there's some stairs going up here. Think it's worth checking out, or?
Absolutely. Did you want to charge in first, or would you let me have the honor of going ahead of you?
Please. If you can put that pistol to work on something else other than me, I by all means.
All right. Stick close. I'm gonna walk up. I love our characters. I'm gonna walk up the stairs.
Okay. As you get up the stairs, there is a strong smell, a strong chemical smell, and the smell of decay.
Disgusting.
Immediately in front of you on the stairs, there's a large vat that seems to have something swirling and green in it. Beside it is a electronic terminal of some sort. And in the far corner, on what looks like some kind of operating table, there's a dead body.
That's. Have you never seen a dead body?
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I like it. Oh, well, at least you know where that smell's coming from.
We have to figure out what did this or what's going on. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna start looking for any signs that it was violently murdered, because that's the thing that I would recognize first.
Okay. Looking at it, it doesn't have any indications that it's been violently murdered, but it has certainly been cut up. There's a Y-shaped suture across the collarbones that meets up to the sternum and then goes down to the belly. While at the same time, there appears to be the top half of his head is completely missing. Floating beside another small terminal that looks like some kind of radio, there is a brain in a jar.
Oh, there it is. Well, there's his brain. Yeah, brain.
You can't put those back, can you?
Can you? No.
Okay.
Well, not me. Not me. No.
Do you want to step outside?
No, I'm okay. It's the smell more so than the sight. I'm a very olfactory sense person. Like, oh my God, I can remember the smell of my first little eraser, my first little rubber from school, making mistakes and just erasing it and just,
I'm gonna put my gun down and
oh,
watch her.
what? What?
No, how did school go? He
It
can
was
wait.
great. It was great. Anyways, okay.
I pick up the gun. I look at the scale. I go, okay, so he. Jesus, this is the stuff that Lance was always at. He'd look at it and pretend like he didn't notice anything, and then he would just deliver some huge monologue later when everybody was in there. Oh God, I hate him. But let's see. He was not murdered, so at some point, I guess he came in here on purpose, or this is after he's dead. Victim was.
Well, how do you know he wasn't murdered? Maybe he was, and then he was brought here from somewhere else.
Okay, no with the nose thing. No.
I don't want to smell.
God. Okay.
You seem to be distracted by my gagging.
He didn't. He wasn't murdered because I don't see any signs of any choking or strangling or shooting or broken larynx or broken ribs. I don't see any deep cuts. I don't see any cuts along the arteries. I don't
Could have
see
been poison.
any. Who poisons?
Hey,
Who
Doc.
doesn't poison?
Doc, is that you?
I cock my gun so damn fast it doesn't even have no time to ready.
I'll have done my little.
You get a
Like when I
voice
saw
coming
him.
out of the radio that seems to be attached to the brain.
To attach to the brain. I'm gonna look at Esther for a second, like for a cue. I'm gonna.
Brain? Are you talking
gonna-
to us?
Who is this? Who am I talking to here?
I'm gonna go to the radio and I'm gonna. Is there a button to like talk to? I'm gonna say, hi. You're talking to the doctor. Just the doctor.
And I'm a secretary.
Make a deceive check. I'm gonna say this is going to be fairly high. This will be a check of 4.
How would you do with 0? Oh no! Wait, hold on. 1.
What do you think I'm stupid here or something?
No, no, you're all brains. I don't think that you're dumb
you're
at all.
very funny, very funny. Make fun of the
Look,
guy who's
I
a
don't-
brain in a jar. Come on.
I don't know the social etiquette for whatever the hell this is. What are you doing?
How'd you get in there?
Well, the dog put me in here. Not like I walked in here myself.
Okay. What do we look like to you? Can you
I,
see us?
I can't see nothing. But I can hear you yammering, that's for sure.
I am not yammering. I'm trying to figure something out. I'm investigating something right now.
Sounded like yammering to me.
It was.
What?
I'm looking into things. I'm trying to figure things out, and you're obstructing that.
Sometimes we have to talk through the process as we're figuring things out. I mean, you're
We
a
have a
brain. You should
process.
get that. Yeah. So, what did you walk in here for, Mr. Brain? What'd you come see the doctor for?
You're mocking me, aren't you?
What?
No, far be us from us to do that.
Look, the doc was looking for subjects. He said he'd give me 100,000 if I was willing to take part in his experiments if I donated my body to him after I died.
1,000 what? Like 100,000 what?
Dollars. US dollars.
Well, but you have to come here and donate your body, so you have to be dead. So how do you get to spend that money?
Well,
On a new body?
I give it to my family. Now they're taken care of. You know? Not everybody's lucky enough to get one of them good union jobs.
Yeah, you certainly got ahead in this.
Okay, but
Looks in the
now
air,
you're...
wise guy.
Listen, you're the one who was making fun of us. I'm just gonna raise my voice again. You're the one that was making fun of us a second ago.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that this could be a compel for you, Ben.
I don't have a compel, so I rolled a 0.
No, that is a solves as many problems as she causes. I'm thinking that this might be the kind of thing that's getting, she's a little frustrated.
Okay, I'm gonna pick up the jar, and what I'm about to say will be very accurate. I'm not gonna unplug it from anything if it's plugged in or anything. I'm gonna be careful about that, but I'm gonna pick it up, almost like the equivalent of just like trying to grab somebody by the scruff of their shirt, but I'm trying to do it with a jar, and I pick it up, and I press the gun to the jar, and I go, okay, you don't know what's going on right here, but we have had a long day, and we've been looking into a bunch of stuff. And we're trying to solve what's going on with some missing bodies right now. I don't deal with tough guys and wise guys, and so what is it?
It's been a long week, not just a day, but it's just put the gun down, Harriet.
It's been a long.
Put Mr. Brain back down. Yeah.
Do you know what I have pressed against your jaw right now?
A gun. He's got a gun pressed against your jaw. I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of you, Mr. Brain. When I'm in the room with someone and I'm extremely nervous, and if they have an accent, I tend to pick up on their accent, and I don't mean to do it in a disrespectful way. I'm sorry.
Esther, Jesus Christ.
What?
I'm gonna set the jar down.
Go ahead and add yourself a faint point there, Ben.
Thank you.
And
I wanted to get to the point where I was threatening a brain jar anyway, so I'm glad you just did that.
All right.
The second you mentioned brain jar, I'm like, that's my arch nemesis for this episode.
Look, everybody, just calm down here, okay? Calm down.
No, I'm calm. I'm calm, but now you've pissed off my partner. I'm setting the jar down. I go, she's got a gun pulled on you. She might seem nice, but she's got a whole shotgun pulled on your jar right now.
You had the shotgun. You had the gun pulled on the jar.
Whoa, don't need to pull the gun on me, Esther. You have to forgive my friend. She is dangerous.
No, Mr. Brain, I don't have a gun. I don't go with guns.
Enough with the Mr. Brain crap here. My name is Gus, okay?
Oh, nice to meet you, Gus. I'm Mr. Elizabeth Wigginbottom.
Hey, Gus. Harriet.
Elizabeth. All right, so...
Esther Elizabeth.
All right. So you maybe want to tell me what's going on here? Like, I haven't heard anything from the doc now, and well, I haven't been able to check a fucking calendar. So, but it's been at least a couple of days.
What was the last? What were you last discussing with the doctor?
Well, he was talking about what he was going to be doing with me. The cancer had come along and taken care of my lungs, and that was that. But he wanted to use my brain, and he was going to plug me into this thing, and next thing I know, I'm hooked up, I'm floating in a jar, I can't see nothing. All I can do is hear out this fucking microphone here.
How do you know you're floating in a jar?
Well, he told me.
Oh, okay. That jives, that matches. Yeah, okay.
Are you comfortable?
I mean, I'm not comfortable or uncomfortable, really. I don't got no body.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't got nobody either. You get used to it.
This is Tammy laughing, not Esther.
I ain't got nobody.
Okay, so was he gonna put you in another body, or was he just keeping you in the jar the whole time?
Well,
were you supposed to go in that robot body in the other room?
Were you supposed to go Mr. Boney?
No, the robot, Mr. Boney. He doesn't have anything to hold. He's already got stuff in the brain, in the head. You know that recorder I told you about?
Look, as far as I know, I was supposed to be put back into my body and gone on to the eternal rest after this, so, I guess we're just delaying the inevitable.
I want to look around. Is there anything that's like, is the jar plugged into anything where it should not be moved?
Well, the jar does have wires that seem to be running to this radio and to a microphone that's coming out the top of it, where the sort of big flower ended.
What I'm asking is, aside from the microphone, if I picked it up and moved it, would that kill the brain?
Not so far as you can tell. Give me a high-tech check.
I don't have one of those. I also don't have a lot of common sense. I got a 0.
Okay. Well, for as much as you know, there doesn't seem to be anything it's hooked up to, other than the wires that seem to be going to the speaker system. It might be self-contained, but, this is almost magic.
Hey, what'd you say your name was again? Gus? Gus.
Gus Toomey.
Gus Toomey. Do you want to come traveling with us and help us figure this thing out?
I'm a brain in a jar.
How are we supposed to carry him?
Don't
He's
sell
like
yourself
plugged into
short.
stuff.
I can't even. I can't even see nothing. What am I supposed to do?
That was actually really nice, Harriet. That was a nice thing to say.
And she can probably lend some insight. Anyway, okay. So who else have you talked to while you're in here?
Just the doctor. Although he had some guy in here. Weiss, I think his name was. Sounded like they were having an argument.
And what were they arguing about?
Jeez, I didn't catch most of it, but yeah, he was talking about needing some supplies, and he wasn't able to get them on time.
So was this Weiss supposed to bring these supplies? I'll whip out the list and I'll kind of name the items on the list. And was Weiss the one who was supposed to bring this to the doctor?
Yeah, among some other things, I think. But I don't know. It like maybe a day or two after that the doc went missing, or at least stopped coming over to talk to me. I thought maybe there was a long weekend or something, but hey.
So just for clarity, just to refresh me, read DM, is the brain jar on one of these tables on the south end, or is that in that big green thing at the top?
No, this is the brain jar with the apparatus for the
radio and
radio.
that. Okay.
There is a terminal attached to this vat, which seems to disappear into a wall somewhere. It's full of like green sludge. This is a device that periodically goes bing, and seems to have no other apparent purpose.
Just the light blink?
Yes, of course the lights blink. It's not science fiction without blinking lights.
It's the light blinking. What does it mean? No one knows.
And then back here, it looks like there's some preservative chemicals.
I go, hey, Esther, do you have any idea what to do with these machines?
Would it look familiar to me at all in anything that I might have encountered before with gathering intel for Annabelle before she'd go out and do stuff?
I mean, you've seen a lot of high science things. It doesn't specifically look familiar to you?
It's a very sciencey contraption.
You can say no, that's fine.
with buttons and lights, but I don't know its specific purpose in this particular setting, context.
Okay,
Era.
so
That noise is annoying,
I wish
isn't
the
it?
subway was shut up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen.
Could I get a notice check from? That looks like just
-1.
Okay.
I
Esther
dare
Elizabeth.
you to let me advance the storyline.
You want it from me too?
Yep.
40F. That is a -1.
Okay. So you don't actually notice this up until the moment that there's actually sort of movement in that back corner. But the screeching has been getting louder. The sound of grinding has been getting louder. And then suddenly, almost notably, there's nothing. And you hear ding, 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 ding.
I will look at Harriet. That can't be good.
No, listen. My coworker partner Lance, he'd like to come into these rooms and I sort of walk around slowly. So he would make some observations, ramble something about how someone's shoelace meant what the yield of wine was in France that year, some crap, and impress some people, and then you know exactly what to say or do. He'd like to be one of those fancy book types. I don't have all of that, but maybe I could just do the big reveal anyway. I'm gonna go with the machine with the beeps and the bloops. Reed, with your permission, I would like to use a luck check, lady luck check, and just press some buttons.
Okay, go ahead and make Lady Luck. And
When I took Lady Luck, I had no intention of using it as a Mary Sue ability. I had every intention of using it as a chaos button. 2.
You press a couple of buttons, and it makes a loud ka-ping sound, and you see.
Hey, we got ping.
All of a sudden, there's this beam of red light that comes, focusing from the lower level, like a spotlight.
Hey, Gus, you ever see a red spotlight when you had eyes?
Esther Elizabeth, since you're right at the top of the stairs, you look around, and you can see emerging from a hole in the ground that has been recently drilled there is a large chrome metallic spider-like body that's coming up with 2 laser red eyes aiming directly up in this top corner.
Harriet, gun.
What's going on? What's going on? Here, a hand with a gun.
No, spider!
Don't ask. I looked at. Oh mother! And I point my gun down and I'm ready to shoot. If you want me to take a roll or anything like that.
Actually, I think we're going to pause there and take our 15 minutes. And when we come back, we'll do our first combat.
Oh my god! I'm so glad and weird.
Thank you guys for coming to this. This is great. Thank you.
Yeah, this will be a little bit different, and we're going to go to our intermission for 15 minutes. And when we're done, we'll come back and we'll have our first combat, and you'll fight the robot spiders.
I hate robot spiders. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's not vintage sci-fi without robot spiders.
That's true.
My mom says in the chat that's exactly what I sound like when I see a spider.
That's fantastic.
We can attest to that.
We will be going to break here and see you shortly.
Come back, see what happens.
That it works.
Hello.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, I love that you did an angle and everything with your technology. This is fantastic.
I am a
Hel-
magic man.
Hello. I heard somebody once say, someone on Twitter once said that in order to, so people try and make computers seem like these big magical thing, or it's like try and make these computers seem like big magical things, but at the end of the day, we just electrocuted a rock until it could think.
Yeah.
And then down below they go, I'm getting a lot of people correcting me and being pedantic, so let me be absolutely clear. It's very important you smooth out the rock first. I'm like, God, I hate that that's accurate. Hi, everybody.
Very important.
Hmm.
All right, so we are back from our break, and our noble heroines have been, well, ambushed, I suppose, for lack of a better word, by
We're all gonna die.
two Nazi robot spiders.
I don't even know they were Nazi robot spiders.
They're always
Why
Nazi
not?
robot spiders.
They're always Nazi. Let's go back to an age when everybody agreed Nazis were bad. Let's go.
Let's
That
do
was
it.
that was a dark joke for the U.S. people.
So, we are going to start combat. Now, the thing to remember about combat in Fate is that you are trying to set up advantages for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So, as much of the combat that you will be doing here is about going through and trying to use the environment, try to do things to your opponent, using your skills in ways that allow you to create advantages for yourself and therefore do more damage.
Mm-hmm.
So there are no turns, not in the sense of initiative and that sort of thing. Everybody just sort of goes all at the same time, and we have different zones.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, the first zone is going to be the upper level lab. The second zone is the bottom level lab. The third is going to be the office, so on and so forth. During your turn, you can move to another zone, and you can attack. Attacking consists of using a skill that can be used for attack, such as fight or shoot, or there's a handful of other ones. They should be described in the rulebook. However, you can also go through and try to create an advantage for yourself. And that would involve doing whatever you want to do. There's plenty of destructible things here. You might want to set the room on fire, in which case you can go through and, if you succeed at that, have the room on fire stats that would then impact how the creature that's in that zone has to respond to it. So, because it does have the drop on you, he's going to come forward first. And he is going to go through and... I suppose I should go on the tokens layer, because that makes me move it
mechanical
better.
Nazi spiders. How big is the room, Fatima asks?
How big is the room? Well, you can see there, it's probably about 15... The room that they're in right now is about 15 feet wide by about 17 feet long. We got snap to centers here, so we can do this, even though we're not actually using grid. So
this is some good music. You need to come up with the battle music for our Odyssey campaign, because I need a change of pace, and this is great.
All right. So I think you would have seen that. Yeah. So about 15 feet here, and then the lower one is about 20 feet by... 25 feet by 20. So, it is going to start off, and he is going to come up here and just try to move into the other zone. Cannot, but he will use his fight check against Esther Elizabeth, as two large, whirring blades come out of the front of the spider, and they're going to swing at you. So you need to decide how you're going to defend against this. That can be physique, that can be luck, that can be a number of different skills.
Okay, how high would it be compared to me?
The actual robot, if you were standing side by each, probably only
Hmm.
comes up to your hips.
Oh, okay.
And right now, that actually gives him the attacking upstairs aspect, which is going to make his attack less effective.
Hmm. Okay. Um, so is he aiming upwards with his little blades, or is he going out horizontally? Like, is it a vertical attack or a horizontal?
Horizontal.
Horizontal, okay.
Yeah.
Um, Basically, I am just going to do my little screech, like, and then I'm going to reflexively just jump up and backwards, like just literally about a step or two, just to kind of get out of his reach,
Okay.
just towards the machine and basically kind of, or sorry, that radio machine thing in front of that green thing. So, like, let's say I'm just gonna hop back, just a hop like that to
Oh,
just get out of its reach.
okay. So anything like that, that's going to be athletics. So
Okay.
you want to roll your athletics. He's going to roll his fight.
Um, okay, I don't have athletics as my thing. That's not physique, is it?
No. Athletics is
Okay.
athletics, so that's just going to be a straight roll, if that's the case.
Okay. Then, okay. Mm-mm-mm. 4DF. And that is a 0.
A 0. Okay.
Mhm.
So the robot goes through, swings these two blades out on, like, buzzing saw blades out. You manage to just skip out from under it because it's attacking at a strange angle.
Okay. Uh, saw blades! Saw blades! Not cool.
Yeah, I see them. Esther, stay back. So there's no turn order, so can I just go then?
Yeah, you can absolutely go.
All right, I'm gonna try and stand between Esther and the machine, and I'm gonna take out my pistol, and I'm gonna try and shoot, just like unload a number of shots right where the saw blade would, like the joint of
Okay.
that. Can I roll for that or?
So you're going to shoot for one of the joints of the saw blade with a specific shot. Do you
Yes.
want to make that a stunt?
Yes.
Like a precise shot?
Yes.
Okay. So go ahead, we'll define that under your stunts, so you can add that there.
Okay.
And we'll call it, I don't know, called shot, something like that.
Alright.
Stunt type will be bonus to action,
Okay.
attack,
Mhm.
and it gives
Is there
you
a
+2 bonus shifts, specifically when targeting. I don't know. What do you want to
location.
say for that? A precise location.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do I take a fate? Do I need a fate point, or do I take stress for using this?
I would say this will require a fate point because it is something that you can just use any time. So it does need something that's going to charge it. So fate point would be a fair use for that.
Okay, so I'm gonna what was it? Requires a fate point. Okay, so I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use a fate point right now, and I'm gonna roll. So I just roll shoot and add +2 to that.
Yes. So you roll shoot, and then you get the +2 from that.
I want to do a lot more cool stuff in combat, but I opened with one very direct answer.
Okay.
Oh my god! So I rolled a 5 +2, so I got a 7.
Okay. So I will let you know because you now have experienced it. He does have metal casing, which gives him bonus against defense to shoot.
Okay.
However, you have been able to go through and specifically aim around that, and he is going to take stress from that, as you just basically blow off a joint with one of his legs.
I just seem like I shoot him, and I sort of keep my hand back, like so I'm like pushing, like sort of pushing back, signaling back, like as trying to shoot back. And I shoot in. I go, all right. In my experience, they don't like being shot. It kind of makes them things don't like being shot. It kind of makes them upset. Can you get the grate open?
That's the grate on the floor beside us, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
I will definitely do that.
Okay.
That's what the red light came out of, right?
No, the red light,
Oh.
light came out of the head of the robot spider.
Yeah, okay. I'm saying yeah, get the grate open. That'd be swell. All right. So who goes now?
Well, Tammy still hasn't moved this round, so.
So what I was originally going to do is I was going to come all the way down to the end of the room here on that table on the left-hand side and take a look at any of the chemicals and see if I can recognize one that would be like an acidic kind that I'd be able to just grab to throw at the mechanical spider.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want to allow me to do that before Harriet tells me to open the grate, or Harriet tells me to open the grate and then I'll go grab that.
Yeah, go ahead and do that first, and then Harriet will sort of guide you. So.
Okay. So then I'll grab something that looks like an acid. I don't know, formaldehyde definitely wouldn't dissolve metal because that's to put stuff in to preserve it. So I'm going to look for anything else that looks like an acid, and I'm just going to grab it and bring it back towards where Harriet is with the intention to eventually chuck it at the spider.
Okay. We could make that all one sort of action. Okay. And I'll call that... We'll say that's a strange use of the investigate check.
Okay.
So go ahead and make an investigate check. I'll say...
That's a 6.
Okay. So what you have done is you have succeeded with style on this. That means that you've beat the setting that I was going for by 3.
Okay.
So not only does that give you what you want to do, you've managed to successfully find some formic acid on this table. You use it, and you just... Well, you tell me, how does this look? What happens when you drop this on the creature? Because it's going to give you a bonus aspect that is negative to him that you can then exploit for free.
Ideally, it would be to... I know it may not be a strong enough acid to actually melt and dissolve the metal, but usually, with my experience, is when you have moving parts, the parts that are the flexible joints tend to be of a softer type of material. So if I could just throw it at it and have the acid render some of those joints useless, that it cannot carry out its functions of trying to kill us.
Okay, so we'll say that it's getting... soft parts are getting dissolved. So that's going to be an aspect. At any point, you can invoke that for free to give yourself a bonus to one of your attack rolls or defense rolls against it.
Okay.
Or Ben can, depending on...
Did you know there was acid on the table the whole time?
It's a laboratory! Why wouldn't there be?
A lot of reasons. Watch out for Gus.
Hey, what's going on over there?
We're dealing with something right now. Esther...
a metallic spider trying to kill us.
She's exaggerating. We're just getting a newspaper. Give us a second.
It's a fucking spider! It's got razors! Like saw blades!
I have my gun trained on the spider. I go, you know what, Gus? If you want to believe what she's saying, if that sounds like a real thing, then by all means be my guest.
What is wrong with you?
While you're bantering, the robot spider's gonna attack Harriet.
That's fair. Yes, Gus is the brain. I'm gonna try and leap over it.
Okay.
And get on the other side of it using athletics. Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. So go ahead, roll your athletics. He's gonna fight you. Do you want to exploit that weakness? To give yourself a 2, +2 to your roll.
Since we both got 4, who would be winning this right now?
Right, it's always the defense that wins.
Okay, so I don't need to do that right now. So I'm not gonna do that then. Right?
Yeah.
Because I got the advantage. All right,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna Since I'm jumping over, do I move my token to the other side for free, or do I just
Yeah,
stay there?
you can go ahead and say that's your movement.
Okay. Okay.
And just as part of that, you have only just barely succeeded at that. So what does that look like to you?
I'm going to move, jump over. I don't know how much narrative control you want to give me over these spiders, but I think either it turns around quickly or has some function where it's able to adapt to my movement a lot faster than I think. And when I land on the other side, like the buzzsaw is like whatever the spider chicanery just barely misses me. Like I thought it was going to be like a perfect 7-point landing and the spider would be confused, but like I land and the buzzsaw just misses me. I can stumble back for a second too. If that works for you.
I will go. I'll counter with this. How about you jump over the spider? The spider is faster than you expect. It grabs you, and you both end up tumbling ass over tea kettle to the bottom of the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, that I stumble all the way down and fall down the spider.
Oh dear, Harriet, you okay?
So the both of you would be
not
down
entirely sure if you have any other science you want to do. Yeah. That was it for its turn. So I'm on the table over here.
Yep.
I want to. Okay. If you'll let me, which is the thing I'm going to say a lot with this character. While I'm like struggling with the spider, because I'm imagining I'm like either on my ass or just barely standing up. I'm struggling with the spider. I'm going to think about what Esther just did with her cool science acid. Without looking, I am going to reach and grab the nearest thing and then just impulsively try to apply it as a weapon to this.
Okay.
Which would be a luck. I'm going for a luck check, and you can do whatever penalties you want on that.
I would say roll. We'll do 2 rolls. Roll the luck check, and then depending on that will modify the fight check that you have.
I love it. I love it. I got a 3 total.
A 3 total? So that's going to be a good success. So you go through, you reach up, and your hand sort of clasps on a old piece of knob and pipe tubing. And you just turn around and you fucking wang the robot over the head. It's not going to give you any particular bonus unless you want to, again, exploit that dissolving in acid.
Yeah, I'm going to take this thing. I want to try and stab it in the acidy bits.
Okay. So go ahead, roll fight, and give yourself a +2 on that.
I got a 1, because I got a -1 + 2 is 1.
Okay. So he's able to just, it's remarkably fast.
Okay.
Yeah,
and I just go.
I don't know if it's related to Call of Cthulhu. I haven't actually played that one.
I'm gonna look at this thing. I'm just gonna be breathing like hard. Mr. Boney, you got any ideas? And I think that's just it for my turn.
Okay. Esther Elizabeth.
Despite having heard Harriet tumble, as soon as she meant to go ahead and jump over the spider, I figure she's got this. So I'm going to have moved back to the end of that table where I'd gotten the first jar of acid, and I'm going to try and see and look if I can find anything else that I could also use, like another acid, another of the same kind. I am not sure. I will just take anything at this point.
Okay. So do an investigation. The challenge will go up. So this is going to be a 3.
And I rolled a 3.
Okay. So you do succeed just barely. You find acetic acid.
Okay. So I'm going to take this one here, and would there possibly be a bottle of bleach in this section here? It doesn't look like there's an actual sink.
Bleach. Are you looking for that instead of like as a replacement?
No, I wanted to look at it with it.
Oh, okay. With that, I would say you you're going through, the labels are small, you don't have enough time to really find more than one thing.
Okay, then I will grab that, and then I will head to the steps. Is there any type of rod or broom handle or like metal stick type of something, like a spare table leg, that I can also grab in this immediate room here?
It's not a spare table leg. There is a table leg on this
Yeah,
table to
no.
the north of you there. You would have to probably rip it apart, though, to be able to get it
No,
off.
I'm not taking that. I'm not taking the time to do that. I was just thinking of having something that I could jam into the robot, if I find it safe enough to kind of get within arm's reach. If not, that's not a big deal. My main goal is to get back to the spider and then dump the more acid on the spider to help hopefully damage it a little bit.
Okay.
If there would have been something to jam into it, like a ruler or maybe a very long screwdriver kind of thing, I would have taken that. But if not, that's fine. I will go with my main idea of the acid again,
Okay.
and
So,
just make sure that I don't get Harriet.
since there is more running around and it's further away from you now, I will say that you would have to make a shoot check to throw that.
Okay. That is a -1.
That is a -1. And he's not even going to... Yeah. So you go through, you throw the acid, and it just sort of hits and leaks off like water.
God damn
Harriet,
it.
you smell vinegar very strongly.
What was that? What was that?
Apparently, it was vinegar and not the strong acid I was hoping it was going to be.
Did you throw acid at me?
No,
Did you think
the
you were throwing
spider.
acid?
And it turns out it was vinegar. You're fine. Do you want a bit of salt to go with it?
Jesus Christ. Excellent. Can I take a turn? Or do I wait for the spider to take a turn?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna say, Esther, do you remember how that door works?
Yep.
Okay. Gus, do you think you can give us a distraction or something? Because I don't think it's gonna find you. I am trying to get Gus to lure it away with what I'm hoping a spider will hear as a disembodied voice.
Okay. Go ahead and give a rapport check. And this will be a contested rapport check between you and Gus. Because Gus doesn't actually like you that much.
What did I do to Gus? I got a 2.
And it doesn't like my GM roll command. Alright. Alright, so from the other room you hear... sure, what am I Never mind. Hello, my baby! Hello, my honey! Hello, my ragtime gal!
Jesus fucking Christ. Esther, come on. I'm trying to lure it over. I'm trying to, lure over. I'm hoping that we can just lock this thing out of the room. I'm gonna... Can I move to the next room?
You can move to the next room. If you want to go down here, then yeah.
Mm.
What I was going to say is that as soon as Harriet said, you remember about that lock? I would like to say that I was going to try to make my way down the first couple stairs and then jump off the side of it onto the ground and then kind of go around the table and then out the door.
Wonderful.
Okay, he's confused more than anything. First off, I'll get Esther. I'll get you to make a notice check for me.
Okay.
Or sorry, not Esther. Harriet.
Oh.
I don't notice shit. Let's go. I got a -1.
Okay.
I don't notice things that aren't even not happening.
There's a lot of noise going on, and you're not taking any particular notice. Let's go ahead.
I got my gun and I'm trained and I'm doing a sweep of this room and the other door Like, I'm paying attention to so much stuff. I'm not, because I want to make sure nothing ambushes us. So I'm watching for so many big things that I'm not noticing most things.
This one is going to come up, and he's going to rush you, Esther, for another attack.
I would not have already tried to jump down the stairs while Harriet was still with the spider.
Let's call it... We'll call it athletics to see if you're faster going down than the spider is going up. And we'll do contested athletics.
Okay, I don't have athletics, so just the D4 again,
just
or
a straight roll.
4DS.
And you can still go ahead and invoke the aspect of dissolving in acid if you want to spend a fate point.
You know what? I'm going to do that because I had rolled a -1.
You can also spend a fate point at any time if you want, just to reroll, or give yourself +2 to a roll. So.
So sorry, I give myself or I take a fate point?
Well, you use a fate point.
Okay.
And you can exploit the dissolving in acid.
Mm-hmm.
To
yes,
give yourself
I'll do
an
that.
advantage there.
Yes.
Okay. So he will be imposed with that penalty. All right. So it's a close thing. You go through, and it's a -1 to a -2. So this is going really well.
Incredible.
And
I love this.
I
Esther,
win, right?
You do win. But it's not a graceful thing on anybody's part.
Mm-hmm.
And so Harriet, you hear clinking behind you as a second one comes up from the main entryway. And this one's going to make an attack against you.
And it's always said this would happen if I wasn't careful. All right, I'm gonna try and can I try and knock over a bookshelf on top of it to like interrupt its attack? As a physique roll?
Yeah, if you want to use that as your physique.
Yeah, I'm not planning to like hurt it or anything because I assume these things are fucking swole. I assume they work out, but I just want to like make sure that like I'm trying to just. I rolled 5. My guy. Against its 6? God damn it.
So,
oh, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, you go through, and it's going to invoke 1 stress against you as you're trying to pull this bookcase down, and it's just too well fastened for you to be able to do it fast enough to disrupt that.
And that's my first stress, right? Does it go physical or mental?
That is physical stress. And it's
my
going to
first
go into your first stress point.
It slashes at me, just the buzzing cuts at me, and fucking damn it, Esther made it look so good whenever she used books to help. I'm going to. Is that a potted plant over there?
Yes, it is a tropical plant, a large tropical plant.
Can I try and knock that onto it too? I want to. You know what? Let me see. How can I? There is a. I don't know. I'm gonna just. I'm gonna try and climb up on the desk over here, like jump up on it to get a higher ground, and shoot down from there, and just rain of bullets from there.
Okay. Yeah. So if you could certainly knock over the potted plant as a way of creating an advantage for yourself in this room, or if you want to go through and shoot at it.
I want to hold my gun, and I want to take a. You can't see my foot because the desk is in the way, but I want to also just try and push the potted plant with my foot and kick it onto this thing.
Okay, we'll call that a physique roll.
Yeah.
Because we're going to try to create an advantage.
-1.
Yeah, that was going to be a 2. So, unfortunately, the physique roll...
There's a reason Lance asks me to investigate situations before I charge in. And I'm going to be so pissed if my last thought was that Lance is right. But that's it for my turn, I think.
Okay.
Like, this was it fucking glued to the floor?
It's heavy. There's a lot of dirt in it. All right. So Esther, do you want to take your action, or do you want to leave it to the drone?
Nope. I'm gonna go ahead and make my way to get back into the office, and then I will stop right there when I see that there's definitely another one of these fucking spiders in the fish. Harriet, there's another one.
It's got a friend, Esther.
Okay. We need to lure it in here. But I need to get out. Shit. Because we can lock him in here, and then that would buy us some time, right?
Can you just lock the other one out?
Since you're there, you haven't really had a chance to see this so far, but there is a large hole here.
Yeah, I remember you had said that it had drilled its way through.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, this little round, weird-looking shield thing, is that just a bench? Like, what is that?
It's a floor drain.
Oh.
For, like, being able to... Basically, the whole area looks like it's able to be hosed down. And they can just rinse everything down into the drains.
Out of these two tables here, does there happen to be another jar of, like, the first acid that I threw at the spider?
Go ahead and investigate.
That is on the character sheet.
This will be a 3.
I clicked it, but it didn't do nothing. Oh, there it goes. 4.
I also heard you say "uh-oh" and then didn't hear it through the thing, so I think maybe you dropped off connection for just a second.
Yeah, because apparently I did 3 investigation rolls, a 6, a 4, and a 4. And they just didn't appear until all of a sudden they did.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to take that first one if you'd like.
Uh-huh. I'd agree with that.
Okay. So we're creating an advantage, so that's again succeeding with style.
Okay.
Wonderful.
And you can go through and you've got your thing. How are you going to use that to create an advantage for yourself? This one's sulfuric acid.
Ooh. Okay, I'm going to actually step through the doorway and get just a little bit closer to the spider, and then I'm going to chuck the jar at it. And after I do that, like directly onto the spider, I'm going to totally run over by Mr. Boney here, just in case of any splashback or whatever. I'm hoping that he wants to run into that other room for whatever reason. I don't know what that reason is, but I'm hoping.
Okay. I will mark... I'm just going to go ahead and mark dissolving in acid as a little red dot. Since they're both now suffering from this. This one you can get a free exploit on.
Hell yes.
Alright. You don't know what the other spider is doing. This one is going to come up and is going to try to go after Harriet. You are above it, so it's again going to be at a disadvantage for that. So how are you going to defend yourself?
I am going to I'm gonna try and just use a straight up you know what? I'm on the desk, but then there's like a shelf above it. Can I climb even higher?
Okay. So you just
I'm gonna roll athletic.
Okay.
I'm gonna Donkey Kong this shit. I'm just gonna keep going to the next level so that Jumpman can't do this.
Okay.
Can I roll athletics?
Are you sure that's not going to tip? Are you sure that's solid?
Why? Are you afraid it's dangerous? That I might get hurt?
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll athletics, and I got a 5.
Okay. I also got a 5, but it's at a -2 because of the elevation difference. So
Okay.
you do succeed. You do manage to jump out of the way. It just sort of cuts underneath you, and he doesn't seem to be able to angle his saw blades any higher than they already are.
All right. And I'm gonna look down. I'm like, okay. All right. Well, you're not that smart, and because it says you're not that smart, and you are very limited. So someone made you who's a total asshole, but they're probably dumb. Assholes are usually dumb. So and I'm gonna have my gun, and I want to look around. I'm just gonna sort of train my eyes, and like, if I want to shoot somebody, and okay, basically, brief time slowdown. Basically, when Harriet's the muscle and Lance's group, and there's like a gang of people, you have time to get off one shot. So you have to figure out where it counts. If there's 5 people, you figure out which person you would shoot that would cause everybody else to hesitate and stuff like that. You figure out and where to shoot them that they will be stopped immediately. I'm going to basically look at this thing for any weaknesses. I want to roll a notice check to try and create an advantage for future attacks.
Okay, absolutely. Go ahead and roll notice.
I just wanted to hear myself talk for a little bit.
You're doing the dead eye thing. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So you successfully create an advantage here. You do notice that with the acid, there has been a small hole entered into some of the metallic casing that seems to hit something that looks a little more sensitive.
Work, Esther. I'm gonna buy you a coffee after this. Okay, is that it for my turn then?
Yeah.
Or do I get it to you?
Do you want to keep moving with that, or?
Yeah, I want to move back here if that's okay.
Okay.
Let's say, Esther, you opened a hole in it. I don't know, whatever pistol you're working with. You want to shoot in there.
Since there is a plant here, is there on, I don't know, on a shelf, a little side table, is there a jug of water to water the plant with water in it handy?
Let's say there's one of those little glass balls that are in just like an automatic waterer.
In the plant?
Yeah, in the base of the plant.
Okay, and it still has water in it?
Yep. So if you want to pick that up and use it like a water grenade.
Actually, yeah. I was actually thinking on just making to pour the water on it, because thinking adding water to an acid that's already reacting is probably not the best idea. But in this case here, if I can get to it, then yeah, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to stab it with the little clay pointy thing from the, the little watering globe.
Okay. So go ahead.
In its hole.
Go ahead. Do you want to exploit the advantage that you have that Ben has created with that?
Yes, absolutely, please.
Okay, so roll fight.
Okay.
So this is going to be that. You would add +2 to that. And it
So
would be
that's a
against
-1, so that is a 1.
physique. Do you want to use a fate point to re-roll or to give yourself +2?
Yes.
Okay, because that's going to be 2 fate points, because you use one to create the exploit,
I know.
you use one to...
I know.
So.
I'm hoping this will be it. Yeah, I'm gonna take a fate point. Give myself plus the 2 or the +2, whatever you said.
Okay, so when you go through, he rolled terribly. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. -2 for him.
Okay. So you have +2 on top of the -1, and then +2 on top of that again.
Okay.
So you have managed to succeed with style. However, because that's also more shifts than he can soak with stress, that is going to end the robot. This robot, anyway.
Oh, shit.
You're going to have sparks fly everywhere. It's going to be very, very dramatic as water starts pouring out through the undercarriage. And the red eyes just sort of go black, flickering a little bit before the whole thing sort of collapses over.
Okay. Hey!
I'm like, oh, not bad action, girl. That is fantastic.
And then I will just, because I was beside the spider, obviously, I'm going to step around the spider and go to that little locking mechanism, and I'm going to lock that door so that, or hit the spring or whatever, so that I can go and close that door and have it latch completely shut. All the while, I'm just going to be babbling. I'm going to go ahead and lock this door and close it again, but he actually drilled himself a hole in the floor, and I don't know what's happening with Gus right now, but I kind of don't exactly want to go and take a look because that other spider is still there, but I think we should get the hell out of here.
Hold on. What? Yeah, I think we should go too. Yeah, that's a good idea. One second.
All right. So we're going. You get to the front door. Oh,
Ben's still
there.
needing a minute. Yeah.
I am so sorry. My wife was. I'll explain later. Yeah. Okay. So I'm ready to go.
Okay.
So, Reed, what are you saying, or is it my action, or what were you saying?
Well, yeah. So if you're ready to sort of pick up and try to get out of there.
Yeah, I'm ready to fucking flee. That we took us a while to kill one Nazi robot spider. I don't want to go for a second.
Okay, Harriet, before we take off, you did pocket those notes you wanted me to look at, right?
Reed, did I?
You could say if you wanted to. It's up to you. Do you think you pocketed them or
the
not?
desk is right. The desk is right there. If you say no, I'm going to go to the desk, grab all the papers on there, and then.
Would you mind double checking?
Okay, I don't exactly know what you saw there, but okay.
The doctor, I list off the names. I saw. Just double check real fast. And I'm just being a total asshole. I can't remember if it's there, so I'm gonna make it Esther's problem. She's bookish. She could do books better than me.
I'm gonna go and grab every piece of paper, stack them up, and stick them in my messenger bag as we go to fuck off.
Okay. So, I'll say you've left just files out, because Harriet doesn't strike me as the kind who would put things back after.
No, not at all.
Out.
Not at all.
So Esther would be able to find them fairly easily. However, getting to the front door, and you're noticing there's sort of a smell, like an acrid, sort of ozone-y smell in this room. And when you look at the door, you can see that the door has been welded shut. It's welded in the frame.
You saw a back door, right? From the inside?
Yeah.
Fuck balls. You saw a back door, right?
No, I saw the broom closet, and there was the room that was above the subway, and the other exam rooms, and that was about it. I mean, there's the grate in the other room.
With the spider. Oh no.
What is that? Where are we?
You're hearing it come from the next room over, where the other spider is.
Wasn't he left alive?
Yeah.
Oh boy. Let's see. Okay, we gotta get out of here. I'm gonna go to the room.
There has to be a back door because I can't open this. I didn't happen to bring my torch. I left it in my other messenger bag.
You had a torch. Okay, fucking whatever. We can hide. If there's two of them, wherever they came from. Okay, so they came from somewhere. They welded this door shut. Either they came through the door. So they came from somewhere in the other rooms.
They drilled through the floor.
Okay, that's right.
They could probably drill through the wall. So I think we just need to head out back. There has to be a back door in these places.
We can hide in the closet.
There's no escape out of there. I think we need to find a door out. Completely out.
Okay.
I don't feel like sticking around.
Okay. Go find the door.
Okay. I'm gonna start running back.
Okay.
I'm following her, and I'm just like trying to keep a gun behind her. Like I'm sort of like almost being her bodyguard at this point.
Okay.
I like it.
Harriet completely obliviously has fallen back into being the bodyguard of the thinking person, and is just watching around as you look for an exit wherever you think it is.
Which way did you go? Which doors did you look in?
This one is the room that was the loudest, and then these two rooms over here were just pretty normal, and then this was the broom closet.
Oh shit. Okay. Oh shit. So you didn't see an actual back door out of these?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there is no door
windows?
here. The only windows are barred and shuttered at the front. The only other exit from this building would be the hole that the other spider came up on. And as you move forward, you actually see that there is one here as well.
A spider?
No, another hole through the ground.
Okay, I'll spot the hole, but then I kind of want to peek my head in slowly to see if there is a spider in this room.
Okay. Make a notice check.
Okay. 0.
Okay. You don't see anything. The spiders thus far have not been terribly startled. They're about as subtle as a marching band. So you're fairly sure that if you had seen them, if they'd been there, you would hear them.
Yeah, feel like jumping in a spider hole?
Yeah, I was about to push you, so okay.
Okay.
Here, okay, hold on. Can you climb?
Can I climb? Of course I can climb. But we're not climbing, we're jumping in a hole.
Well, I don't know if they're holding on to something. I don't know. It is not an insulting question. You brought books to this thing.
I read books everywhere, don't you? No, you've got to.
I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, so, I'll go first, and I'll tell you if it's okay, if it's safe. And I'm just gonna, without checking, I'm gonna try and jump or climb down it, whichever seems more obvious.
Go
was
athletics challenge 2.
0.
0. Okay, so you start to climb down, and you get about halfway down, and then it's just loose soil, and you sort of fall. It doesn't hurt, but you're out of control until you reach the final sort of little bit.
I land down at the bottom, and how deep down is it? Like how many feet?
Maybe 10 feet. So enough you could probably hurt yourself if it came down to it, but not that big of a problem.
I go, all right, I say, okay, Esther, can I try and catch her if she jumps down?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to go ahead and roll. What would that be?
I'm thinking physique.
I'm going to say physique, yeah.
Yeah.
This strength sort of thing. So go ahead and roll physique. This will be challenge 2 again. If you do succeed, she'll get +2 to her athletics.
Okay.
Well, I'm just
I got
not
a
going to go
-1.
ahead. I'm not going to just jump in blindly. I'm actually going to sit along the flat edge, and then I'm going to turn myself, and I'm going to go ahead and like prop myself with my elbows and slowly get myself down so that I can just not fall right in, and hope that that will not be a problem, because it sounded a little clunky when Harriet went down. But I'm a little bit more proper than that.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put a compel down as you go through and you see the spider coming around the corner.
What spider coming around what corner?
Spider is coming around the corner.
I'll kind of just let go with my arms.
All right. So we'll say, I'm going to say that is going to define an aspect for you. Easily startled.
Yeah, I like it.
Mm,
And so add a fate point.
Add one back.
Yep.
Okay.
And roll a physique as you hit the ground.
I gotta go back to that screen. That is 0.
Okay, so you're going to take 2 points of stress.
Oh. Physical?
Yeah, physical stress.
Yeah. Okay. I always scab my knees. Okay.
okay, Yolanda, so you said your knees are your knees okay? I don't want them to be hurt too bad.
Oh, they just got a little scuffed, and I think maybe an elbow. I've had worse. So I'll be fine. I just have to be wearing
Uh,
pants now for a few
Esther,
days.
Esther,
Yeah.
and I just look at her so disappointed that she gave me a sincere answer. Um,
What?
and I'm just, we have bigger problems right now. Where the
Do you
hell
know
are
what
we?
that feels like when it scabs up and then you're trying to walk and you're bending your elbow or your knee? How it hurts and it cracks and then it oozes blood again, and then my
You
stockings
ever have to
get
try and make a
ruined.
tourniquet out of your own jacket because of the fight you just got in and you're bleeding too faster than you know that the ambulance is going to get there?
That's not a scab knee. I can't do a tourniquet on my knees.
You're right. They're totally different topics. I'm sorry for comparing my pain to yours. Where the hell are we?
So, as your eyes sort of adapt to the new low light, you do find that you seem to be in some abandoned railroad tunnel. Doesn't look like it's in service. The tracks aren't even completed. Maybe it's one that has yet to be completed or has yet to be finished. But it seems to stretch off in both directions, curving off in sort of a vague U shape from where you are.
Are we able to see any tracks in the ground, in the dirt, to indicate to us where the robots may have come from?
Go ahead and investigate that for me, please.
Oh yeah.
This is going to be easy. This will be a 1.
I got a 4.
Okay.
Aha!
So, yeah, you can see, not only do you see that there are sort of spider marks, little round marks in the dust and the dirt down here. There seem to be male boot prints.
Leading away or coming to where we came in from?
From what you can tell, it looks like they came here, waited a bit, and then left.
Like super fresh looking, like on top of the spider marks?
Hard to say. Probably about the same time. You did succeed with style, but, it's not psychic abilities.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, you got a set of footprints, might as well follow them, right?
Yeah, no, that's a pretty good clue. Do you know anything about these tunnels in your notes or anything?
They run underground.
Okay. So yeah,
Do you
let's
want to
follow
roll
the
lore?
footprints.
Do either of you want to roll lore?
I would. I know I put that as one of my things. That's supposed to be one of my good stats, so let me give it a try here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call it challenge
That's a
2
4.
again.
It's a 4.
Okay.
They're underground.
Look.
Yeah, no, I got it. I follow your logic.
Okay. They're definitely underground. The New York City subway system had gone through and saw various periods of extension. Some of it was made under government bonds, which means that they kind of built as much as they could, when they could, under the assumption that they would use it at some point. This seems to be one of the lines that was made, boarded up, and left sort of ignored for the time being until they needed to use it at some point later.
So someone. Oh, right. That's Esther's.
And it is lit up, obviously, correct? Somewhat.
It's lit somewhat, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's a happening place. Yeah, don't be. Don't. I know.
It's fucking lit, man.
Look at Esther. Yeah. So look at Esther. I go. All right. So where are we going? Following the boots.
Might as well.
Uh,
I'll open my messenger bag and hand her a granola bar.
yeah. Yeah, I could use a granola bar. I'm taking the granola bar. I'm just gonna bite it and just like look at it and look at her and just sort of take another bite.
I'll
And
start
then I'm
eating
just.
it, and just gonna start walking towards in the direction of the footprints.
I'm gonna walk side by side with her with my gun, but I'm gonna be in like that action hero pose where like the gun's like down for some reason, and I'm just like waiting to like shoot something
Okay.
as I'm just like walking alongside her.
All right.
We bring granola bars to criminal investigations.
I just always have them with me because you never know when you're gonna get stuck having to wait to have access to a book or to some records or somewhere. And I mean, it's just easier to carry a granola bar than to carry a whole picnic basket with a sandwich
Or a
and a
gun.
thermos and
Yeah.
everything else. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
What else could you possibly want to carry to something like this? And, I mean, thank you. Thank you.
you're welcome.
hmm Um,
So the tunnels.
I appreciate.
Oh.
Sorry.
Go ahead. No.
No, I was thinking I appreciate Esther. I would so be down with Esther. And Harriet's still trying to play over the fact that you have granola bars, but thought it was absurd to bring a gun. Harriet's trying to. I love this, but Harriet's trying to even get on the same page where that's the thing that happened. Go on.
All right. So you're walking down, you're following the rails. It seems maybe 10, 15 minutes. And then the tracks sort of come to a sudden end. There is ahead of you what looks like a porthole, an airlock of a kind in the wall.
Um.
Oh,
Oh my. Is that water?
shaky too.
Deep into the tunnel, you can see through the airlock. There seems to be fresh water running, and in it, what looks to be a large black submarine.
Was this unexpected?
Yeah. Why the hell is there a submarine? Is this underground and underwater? Is that a thing?
I mean, it must tap into like the rivers nearby, but I mean, depending how they tap into it, it's possible that the river could be a little bit higher than us, but this is like just the subterranean level. Um, it's it's very, very plausible that it's just maybe we're at the same level as the river. I'm not sure, honestly.
Yeah. No,
Do you
I
want
don't.
to make a lore check if you want to see either one of you to say where you are?
I'm not doing too hot, but I'll try. I got a
Oh,
3.
you
Oh,
got better than me.
all right.
I had a thought.
You've been able to sort of position yourself, and you knew where you were in the streets above ground. So you know you're walking generally sort of eastward. You're probably right about at the Hudson right now.
So, uh,
So
I'm saying like, this is not the first time I've had to wander blind streets in the night in the dark. So it's if I'm playing this out in my head right, it would be about under the Hudson. This is Submarine. Listen. This is about the part where Lance finds his way in, and I stand behind him, and there's some guy who wants to like talk a lot, and we have to shoot a lot of people, and it gets pretty bloody.
Yeah.
Are you? So I might go in there, but
You might never come back out.
you need to not get yourself hurt. So if you want to hang back, I get it.
I kind of usually do, yeah, because that's what Annabelle does. I'm like, Anita? What? What's her name? Annabelle.
Annabelle.
That's usually what Annabelle. She's the one who goes in, knocks everything down, and I just kind of stay out of sight, just in case that there's something I can do from the back. So yeah, I don't mind staying back here as long as nothing comes crawling towards me here.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
comes crawling towards you. Come back here, but just keep track of the granola.
I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that. I've got tabs. I still have another 5 bars, so we are good for a while.
All right.
Go ahead and
No.
we'll take notice from both of you.
All right.
I almost did it in Roll20 again.
0.
0.
Okay. Well, you hear some conversation coming from the other room, just in front of you.
And can I make out what it is at all, or is it just like sound?
Not with a 0. You just recognize it as human voices.
I'm gonna lean up against the door. So how much can I see through the door?
Well, if you move forward, you can... Like, right now, you just sort of have that narrow view. You should have a fairly accurate idea of what that looks like. So as you get closer, you can see that your view does sort of expand. And there's, 2 structures as you get right up to it. One there, one there.
And the door's closed, or?
The door is open.
Okay, I'm gonna walk
Like I
in.
said, it seems to be like an airlock thing.
So I'm gonna step in with my gun ready, loaded, reloaded, looking around carefully. I'm gonna try. Can I possibly try to hide as quickly as I get in the room?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll stealth for me.
I don't have stealth, so I'll just roll 40.
Yep.
2.
2. Okay. So, right now you're not actively being looked at, but I'll keep that in mind for when they do look for you, or if they.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and lean up against the walls, and I'm just like breathing just a little bit faster than I want to let Esther see, because it's really like finally hitting me that I don't fully know what I'm doing in this situation, and I'm just like, okay, so straight up, which one of these looks like they would be the easiest to stealthily take out if that was possible at all?
You've got, from where you can see in here, and you can see in there. There's definitely, this guy here seems to be watching TV or something on one of his screens. He is not paying much attention to you at all. This guy looks like he's a little more present, but more interested in bantering with this guy up here.
I that's a good granola bar.
Now this whole section with the water is a little bit recessed, so there's no direct lines of sight to the fellow down here.
Okay, I'm gonna ask Esther for a granola bar. I'm just gonna signal. Can I get one of those?
Yep.
Take one.
Down to 4.
I want to throw it so that it lands on the other side of that person and maybe distracts. My goal in my head, and this is not a good plan, but it's Harriet's plan, is I am going to throw the granola bar onto the other side of this person, make a noise, and in the moment that he turns to the side, I want to get over there and just pistol whip him unconscious.
Which one?
The one on the left that was distracted at the monitor.
Okay. All right. So go ahead. I'm going to say. Do you want to use Lady Luck or shoot for that?
I want to use Lady Luck.
Okay.
So here is nothing.
That will be your. Yeah. Make the roll.
It's a 5.
That's a 5. All right. So that's going to succeed with style.
All right. So I'm creating an advantage for myself.
Yeah.
To try and get over there. What would be the roll to get over there and knock him out before he notices then?
You would just basically run over there.
Right.
I'm going to roll his notice against your stealth, which you've already rolled.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see. Okay.
What'd you roll, Reed?
I rolled a 1. Oh.
So I want to just run and just almost glide up there. I don't know how much noise it's going to make. Like, this could be a bad idea. I am okay with this being a bad idea. But I'm going to glide up there, try to get up there, and just not pistol whip him out.
Okay. So that would be a fight check, if you want to do that. And that will be against his physique.
That's a 3.
And you can add the 2 because you did succeed with style.
Yes, that's a 5 to his 0.
0. So you come up and you just fucking brain the guy right over the head. He sees some, was ist das? And he's down for the count.
Okay, yeah. I go over and I grab the granola bar and I toss it back to Esther.
Oh, thank you. I was actually going to go try and get that. Put it back in my bag.
So now that you see him there, down in his chair like that, you recognize the sort of impeccably styled black dress and red armband of a Nazi officer.
Oh, fuck. Did I knock him unconscious or kill him?
You can choose.
I want to have knocked him unconscious and now I want to step on his neck.
Okay.
And I just crack it. I just look at him and go, oh, Jesus Christ. I just dig my heel into his neck.
Okay. Killing him?
And I just look over at Esther and I just go, That's one of my favorite things I've ever done. Oh dear God! If that ever gets clipped out of context, I could never be president. I'm gonna signal for Esther that it's safe to come over here.
Okay.
I'll kind of go in, but I'll be kind of crouching because I don't know. I don't want that other guy to look.
Go ahead and make stealth there, Tammy.
Okay. My loafers are dry, so I'm no longer squeaking on the floor. That was a 1.
1? Okay. So, you sort of come up the stairs. You sort of stumble at one point walking up the stairs. You think that it's going to draw the other guard's attention. But then nothing happens. You keep moving.
I will make my way back in with Harriet.
Okay. So you're up there now?
Mm-hmm.
I want to look around. I point to the armband, like just sort of closing my case, and I want to look around at the desk and stuff for clues and sort of almost just.
Oh, I was just gonna say, is it just like a console with buttons and cameras, or is
There
it an
is,
actual desk?
yeah, it is a camera console, so it's basically a video recording section.
Okay.
Everything's sort of on large reel-to-reel videotape.
Can we recognize any of the rooms that are on these monitors?
This seems to only have monitoring equipment for right here.
Yeah.
So you see some leaving, you see the sub leaving, coming,
Mm,
etc.
okay.
What is it? What are we looking at?
I'm gonna get you both to roll Lady Luck for me.
Okay.
I got a 1. There is a non-zero
Yes.
chance that Harry is just going to press a button.
I have 0.
Yeah. So Harriet is the one who notices it first. Um, you're sort of going through and watching through the footage. You see at least one familiar figure in the footage. At one point, Annabelle Winters is loaded in handcuffs, apparently unconscious, onto one of the submarines.
Can I see the date stamp on that? Like, do I know how long ago that would have been?
There's no date stamp, but there is an
Mm,
analog counting system with it
okay.
that would give it probably about a little under a week ago.
That's Annabelle. Looks like she was brought here about a week ago or so. That would make sense because that's when I lost contact with her.
They're
So she was
taking
taken.
people. Wait. I'm gonna look around for any sign of Lance.
Okay. Um, it takes a little while. He seems to have been got later, but eventually on one of the cameras in here, you do see Lance similarly trussed up and similarly having been loaded up onto a ship or onto a submarine and moved out of the city.
Bastards. Okay.
They were both taken away. Why?
Well, we can ask someone over there. I look over where the other two Nazis are and I say, I'm pretty sure I can get them to talk. I mean, it might not be good if they don't have that many teeth, but it's the price you pay.
Well, do
What do you
that
think?
safely because I really can't. I don't have a gun, so I can't be your backup.
I'll get
But I
the
can.
both of you to roll notice for me.
1.
Okay.
2.
Okay. So Tammy, you would be the one to find that there is a little piece of paper. It has the words "Die neue Matterhorn," and it has a series of numbers following it that seem to be geographic coordinates.
I will both grab that piece of paper and I'll also take out my steno pad and my pencil and I will jot them down and pocket that as well.
Okay.
Over here, when I look over here, what do I see at the far side of the room?
Sorry, the far side of the room up there.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
looks
he
to
was
be
sitting here.
lockers along the side of the room, and then both up here and down here there look to be weapons racks.
Ooh.
How accessible are those weapon racks, my good sir? Because I'm about to create more problems than I solve.
So they would be very accessible. It looks like they're there essentially intended for the soldiers to grab one as they come or go.
I look at Esther and I tell her, I know you didn't have a gun. You want one?
Oh, well, would this guard have had one?
Yes, the guard does have a pistol.
Okay.
It's not
Is
like
it-
any pistol that you've ever seen, though.
Oh.
Which of us would have an easier time understanding it?
Probably you.
Probably you. Yeah, you would have experience with firearms.
My shoot is an average skill for me, so no.
This is not a firearm conventionally. This would be a lightning gun.
Oh, God.
Ooh, my eyes will kind of light up when you say that. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can handle this. This should be easier than having a gun. I'll quickly press it just because I want to hear how loud it is. If it's just like a light little sound like a taser, like I'm going to aim it downwards, but I just literally want to see how loud it is.
I'm going to stop her.
Okay.
No, sorry, go on. You do it. You do it. Shoot it. Go ahead.
So as you sort of aim it down at the ground and start to depress the trigger, there's like a high-pitched whining. Like, did you ever hear the old camera flash? Where it's a... and then
Okay.
eventually...
Okay.
And
then I'm just going to stand still and just kind of look around at the other guard in the other booth and hope that didn't catch anybody's attention.
He doesn't seem to have heard it, if he's there.
Okay. Then I think I'm going to like this. How big would you say that it is? About the size of a pistol?
Yes, this is about the size of a pistol. The rest of the guns that they have there seem to be the same sort of firearm, except they're rifle size.
With the position of everything, can I see this other guard, or do I have a really good idea where he is where I am from here?
Yeah, you can see him. He's got sort of his back to you. Should probably update his position just so it's more obvious.
So back when we were making characters on Saturday, we discussed, Reed knows where I'm doing with this dramatic monologue. We discussed feats and special abilities that I could do with my character, and I picked one that felt in character aesthetically, and I did not know if it would ever pay off. Reed, I would like to bank a shot off of the wall and hit him from where we are.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. You will have no line of sight, but you can go ahead, spend your fate point, and you will be able to make a shooting roll.
All right. Oh wait, that's yeah. That's I don't know if I rolled that right. It rolled called shot. It says it's a 4, but I don't think it rolled.
No, it looks like it just rolled 4.
Okay. I see that. So I got a +2. Because I got 2 minuses and my +4, so it equals out to a 2.
Okay. Let's do this right. Okay. So you do manage to go through. You wing him from just around the corner there.
Right.
And let's get something a little more upbeat here.
Oh God, Reed, you really need to do the challenge track for Odyssey. Like, I'm sincerely, no joke, asking you to come up with the new playlist for Odyssey.
So you go through.
Mm-hmm.
You crack a shot. It goes recoiling off of the back wall. You see the soldier in the other room sort of collapse under the sudden shock of being shot.
All right. I'm gonna look at Esther and I'm gonna go. Get into the room. Find whatever book shit you can right away. We gotta go because someone definitely saw that. And my plan in my mind is to go down here because there's gonna be people. Is to go down here, be ready to shoot them while Esther researches. Esther, is that cool with you?
Yes.
All right, don't fuck this up, action girl. And I'm gonna run down. I'm gonna have my gun out, just watching out. I'm gonna be watching.
Okay.
I'm going to take a look and see if there's anything that I can find on his person, on his desk.
Well, he's still there. He's not dead. He's just been shot and he's taken stress.
Oh, okay.
I thought he was dead, and I'm going to stand by that. No. I'm going to stand by Harry, assuming that he's dead, because Harry doesn't typically not kill things when she shoots.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was only 1 point of stress, so...
Okay, then I will go in expecting him to be dead and see that he's not, and just as a panicked reflex, a little bit and then I'll do my little electric pistol at him.
Okay, go ahead and do your little electric pistol at him.
Shoot.
You can use shoot or you can use high tech with this gun.
Ooh, I want to go high tech because that's higher for me, and that's a 1.
Okay. Let's get my... All right, so it's slower than you expect, and it's just not happening the way that you want. Unfortunately, the gun goes off wide as he comes in and charges you.
Not dead.
The second that happens, I want to run over there to help out.
Okay.
I don't know if that's is this a staircase or ladder? I'm gonna run upstairs. I'm gonna run upstairs.
Yep.
Up there. Do I get an action? I mean, I don't know the order of events thing right now. I don't want to interrupt if somebody else is doing something.
Yeah, you're technically all inside the same zone. And so if you want to be doing that as she's going through, he will be making a fight against Esther.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to, in the meantime, also be going through and going after him. So Esther, he's basically charging you, and he's going to punch you for that.
Sorry, 1 second. So sorry. Are we rolling for him attacking Esther?
Yes, he already has. Okay. Esther, did you roll your physique?
No, because you didn't tell me to.
Oh, well, roll physique or whatever you want to use to defend
yourself. Roll your counter, whatever your counterattack is.
Well, I guess it would be my physique. I've got a -1 on that.
He also rolled -1. So, you managed to fend him off just.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to describe how that looks like?
That he will have aimed to try to punch me in the jaw, and just by pure reflex, without even thinking, I will have put my arm up properly in order to go ahead and block that, without me even thinking about it. And I'm actually kind of stunned a little bit that it actually worked, because I've only seen Annabelle do it. I've actually never done it. I've never
I love your character so much.
Okay. So Harriet, since you're there,
I'm going to try run over, and I'm gonna try. I don't know. Is that black line? That's a wall, or is that a obstruction at all?
No, that's just texture in the floor.
Okay, I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna try and grab him. And I'm assuming he has a gun, right?
Yes, he has got a gun.
Okay.
Same
I'm gonna
sort of lightning pistol as the other one.
I'm gonna aim for where I'm gonna look at where the arm that his lightning pistol is in. and I am just immediately going to I'm gonna try and grab that, and I'm gonna try and I'm gonna try and pull his arm and sort of restrain him, like pull it up, and or maybe get behind him and like pull it. How am I gonna do this? I'm gonna try and get over and pull his arm and reach it up and start trying maybe put it behind his back or something. I'm trying to basically sprain his arm, twist his arm, and pull it out so that he doesn't have access to his gun. Mechanically, I'm trying to create an advantage for Esther.
Okay. So that would be a fight. And this would be an opposed check because he is going to be going through. Oof. Okay.
What do you get?
He rolled a -3.
Oh, wow.
Nice. Great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, you've not only done that, you've managed to succeed with style. So, if you want to take the advantage on this attack, or the next time you want to create this advantage, and we're going to call that advantage that his arm is pinned, you can do it for free with your next attack.
I would say that as soon as I see Esther coming in and in getting in grapple with him, I'm gonna go ahead and start priming my little electric knife kind of thing, my little zappy thing. And then once I've got the little arcs or whatever, I'm gonna go ahead and connect it against him. And I'm going to aim it on his rib here, where it will be a little bit of a delicate kind of area. So I don't know how it is, if that's the arm that Harriet has pinned or what, but I want to go for one of those delicate areas just under the arms, near the chest.
Yeah, go ahead and roll fight, I guess that would be.
Use your advantage. You didn't kill him in the face or the arm or the vulnerable bits.
So this would be a free exploit for that, if you'd like to.
Okay, so I rolled a 2 on my fight.
So it would be +2 on that.
Okay, so then that's a 4.
Okay. And he rolls a 1, so not only that, he doesn't have any more stress to soak, so he's going to go down.
Okay, and just so that I know how this little thing works, is it just when I press it and it primes up and it's got a charge that only lasts for a few seconds? Does it last only while I'm holding the trigger?
Yeah.
Do I have control how long it goes?
Yeah, it is. Basically, it's a pistol, so it charges and then it discharges. So, it goes up and it shoots out a bolt of lightning at whatever it hits. So, in this case, I'm just assuming that you're using it essentially by sticking it right in his gut and pulling the trigger.
Yep.
Nice.
So, as you sort of dispatch this guy in a bolt of lightning, there's a flash of light from the behind, and this window just shatters open.
Which window? Above us?
This window
that
shatters
one.
open. As this one takes a pot shot at you and breaks out the window.
So I will reflexively drop, and at the same time that I drop, I am going to pick up this guard's little zappy pistol.
Are you dual wielding zappy pistols?
Dual wielding. This was fun. Esther liked this.
Harriet just looks up at you in a whole new light at this moment. The hell is this lady? Yeah. Is the Nazi alive?
This Nazi is dead. Or
good.
Yeah.
Right.
So they've definitely seen us at this point, and they're fighting us, right?
Yes. There's
right.
one more Nazi that you're aware of.
Cool. What does this console look like?
This console looks like it's sort of a main control console for the gate that's back this way. You can see it better now.
Cool. So I'm just gonna go ahead and roll Lady Luck here.
Okay.
I look around and I'm just like, I'm sort of like crouched behind with a gun, like behind the wall, that sort of action hero thing. And I'm gonna look. Okay, I'm like, okay, I'm that kind of gal right now, but that doesn't change the fact that we need a distraction. And I'm gonna go over to the computer. I'm gonna look over and go, screw it. I'm just gonna start jamming things.
Here, use one of these. Zap it with the power. It might short circuit it, and maybe it's connected with other monitors and other things that may possibly blow up.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take the gun and I'm just gonna point at it and I'm gonna shoot it. I don't know, is that a luck roll? A shoot roll? What am I
I'm
doing?
gonna get you to roll Lady Luck just to see if this gives you a desirable outcome.
+3.
Oh, nice. All right.
I intended for my luck to be a chaos button, not D&D makes luck a success. I want my luck to be the chaos button.
All right, so you take out your lightning gun, you shoot this console. The main doorway sort of opens out to the top, and a flood of water comes rushing in, hits this
Wonderful.
guy.
Yeah.
Sending him sort of sprawling before, receding back out and everything evens back out.
Starts just looking over the counter, his eyes wide. Oh, that worked better than I thought.
Sometimes you just gotta go. Sometimes you just gotta go with it. And I'm just gonna hand her back her gun.
I'm just still like, oh my god, that actually worked. And I'll take my gun. My new baby.
So, I want to do well, Astro, I guess it's your turn.
So, is he gone now?
He has been knocked sprawling. He's not gone, but he doesn't have his gun in his hand right now because it has been flushed away.
Okay, well maybe we need to go take care of him too. Before anybody else comes, and then we can kind of get a little bit of a bearing as to where we need to go. Can I ask, what is this over here on the far left, on the western side? Looks like open doors?
Yeah, a bunch of lockers.
Oh, lockers that are open. Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Then I think maybe we should take care of him too.
All right. Yeah. Okay. I want to try and climb. I want to go out over here on the ledge. I want to do just a notice check to get a general idea of how much more danger we're still in.
Okay. Go ahead, make your notice check.
+1.
+1. As far as you can tell, there's only the one guy left. He's sprawling. He's recovering his firearm at this point.
Oh, okay. Can I just try and fatally shoot him then if he's still trying to do that?
Yeah, go ahead, get a shoot check in there.
I got a +4.
Oh, nice. Fuck.
What do you get?
He got a -2. I cannot roll for my Nazis.
The dice know how to treat a Nazi.
So yeah, with a 6 shift, that's more than enough to take him the fuck out. You just watch his head pop.
I think I solved it.
Nice. You are really good with that gun.
Thanks. You want to see what else I got?
Yeah, definitely try and figure out what's going on here.
Yeah, you and I'm gonna go look at the weapons.
I'm gonna go window shopping while you do the work.
you be a smart person that reads books. I'm gonna go make sure we're armed.
Okay. So, is there anything else in this particular console on this desk? Kind of like the little note on the other one?
The console is utterly fried.
Well, yeah, that's true.
There's not a lot that you're going to be able to do to solve that.
Okay. All right. Nothing that I can see here. He doesn't happen to have anything in his pockets, no little order sheet, tasks for the day kind of thing.
No, there doesn't seem to be anything written down.
Okay. Okay, so I will go back down the stairs, and I'm assuming Harriet's probably going to be at this first locker where those weapons are. I'm just going to tell her that I haven't seen anything, wasn't able to find anything, but I'll mention to her about the Inoue Matterhorn name with what looks like coordinates from the other console. I'll mention that I found that one.
Coordinates?
And it looks like, yeah, it looks like it could be coordinates. As I'm standing with her, I'm going to venture just a quick glance back out this door just to see if I notice anything heading our way.
Okay. Roll notice and go ahead and investigate for me there, Harriet, to see what you can find.
I rolled a 1 on that.
Okay. Notice there doesn't seem to be anything. It's a little hard to tell because it is dark beyond that.
I got a -1.
All right. So unfortunately, the lightning rifles that are here, they do have little doors on them, and these are intended to keep them dry when the bay floods. Unfortunately, the door was not closed. So you're willing to feel like the entirety of these guns are probably not going to be okay.
So I guess it's just these two puppies that we got right now. I'm gonna put one of them in my bag and just keep the other one in my hand. Sort of at the ready, kind of like I'm seeing Harriet do with her gun, with her pistol. I mean, I've also seen Annabelle do it, so it's not like I'm just copying you.
That's fine. Fine. I'm gonna look over at the submarine. I'm gonna be like, if those guards are gone, we might have one chance to find out what's going on in there.
I think you're right, because there's literally nothing else here, and that tunnel pointed right to here. So I think, yeah, we got to go down and see what's in that submarine.
We're got those. Stick with me. I'll make sure you don't, nothing terrible happens to you. Brain stolen, robot spiders, scabbed knees. We got you. And I'm gonna try and make my way down to the submarine.
Okay. Yeah, stairway is right there. It's not difficult. You go down. There's a hatch that you can open up without any real difficulty. Dropping down inside of it, it doesn't seem to be anyone inside the sub. And it's not like a full-size sub. This is more like a mini sub.
Like a 6-inch, yeah. Look around. Esther, I think it's fine.
All right, I'll get into the submarine.
Okay. So you get up to the submarine and you get towards the front. There's an obvious command center there. There is a single large red button that is flashing.
I look at Esther for a second. Almost like asking a question.
What harm can it do? Maybe it's the start.
I walk over and I just look at it. Do I have any idea what it's saying, or is it just the button?
It's just a red button.
Right. Well, I don't think they'd built a self-destruct, and if they did, then that's still a victory for us. So, and I slam my hand down on it. I hit my hand with the gun in it. Slam it down on it.
Okay. Both of you make athletics. Challenge 1.
I don't have athletics.
1, then you make him 4d(f).
Oh, yeah. Where's my thing? That's a -1.
Okay. So, Harriet, you managed to keep your footing. But Esther, as soon as the whole thing jolts into motion, you're thrown basically to the ground.
On my butt, hopefully not on my knees, because they're already stabbed and bleeding, and the bleeding has just finally stopped.
You feel the pressure around you, the air pressure seems to be rising, and the whole submarine is moving. Suddenly, one of the screens flicks on in front of you, and another one, and another one. All three of them show the face of the same sort of middle-aged, younger middle-aged white man, blonde hair, sort of the epitome of the Aryan perfection. Or he would be, if it weren't for the fact that he seems to have these metal protrusions sticking out from his face at random places, out the middle of his cheek and face. Let's put this on the...
Oh.
It says, "Ladies, I am so happy that you took up my invitation.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I will be seeing you shortly here in the Neue Matterhorn. Enjoy your trip."
I'm gonna shoot one of the monitors.
Okay, you shoot one of the monitors, the screen goes black,
Mhm.
and you are on a sub on your way to an unknown location.
Actually, let me know where we're going. I've got the coordinates. I just don't know where in the world it is, but I know where it is. I mean, I probably have some sort of chapter in my encyclopedia of anything, everything, to look up those coordinates to at least have an idea where the hell we're going.
I holster my gun, I think for the first time since we got here. And I sort of look around in this place where that's not going to help. So I'm truly, in every literal and metaphorical sense, out of my element. Looking around and looking at Esther for any sort of sign of what to do.
Well, I know where we are now in New York City. So yeah, I will go ahead and attempt to look up in my encyclopedia of everything, and just to have a general idea how far we're going, based on those coordinates that I picked up.
Okay, so mark off another will stress.
Nom, 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 nom.
And then
Okay.
you can roll your occult.
That is a +1.
All right. So you find some information. The book sort of appears and the text appears. The New Matterhorn, English, is the name given to a small occupied island in the Canary Islands. It was occupied by Germany in the war and has had very little contact with the rest of the world from that time on. It's theorized that there have been some experiments that have been ongoing there, but nobody's been able to get any kind of intel one way or the other to be certain.
Okay.
And I think with that, we're going to call it there for the night.
Well, not until I get to say my last line to close out the episode. But once I figure out where we are, I'll just say to Harriet, well, I hope you brought your sunscreen, because looks like we're heading to somewhere where we might actually need it.
Well,
It's out by Spain. The Canary Islands is kind of, I think, where we're heading.
all right. Here we go. And just look around and just sort of nothing to do but wait.
Granola bar?
Yeah, okay.
All right. And that's where we're going to call part 1 for the Bremen Experiment.
Thank you so much for this.
Fun.
This is really good. Thank you. Thank you.
A little bit of a change of pace, I hope.
I really
Yeah.
like it. Thank you. Thank you.
It is different, but it's not that hard. You're a good teacher, Reed.
You are. You did a really good job. If you guys like this, please be sure to follow, subscribe. We're going to be following this story for what, one more session?
Yeah, one more
Yes,
session,
next
and then
week.
our vacationers will be back. Jerks.
All right. Yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thank you. We got a decent audience. I see a lot of you familiar people that I adore, and I'm glad you're here.
Yep.
Thank you so much for checking this out.
And by
Yeah,
all
absolutely.
means, if you do like it, go to the Discord and let us know, because that lets us know that people want us to do more of this stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
We are going to call it a night, and thanks again for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, Reed. Thanks,
Bye.
Ben. And thank you, everybody.
Thank all you.
Thank you.